I said 30 seconds. So if you weren't
Oh, I'm
it,
stretching. Oh,
well, I'm not ready.
God
Hold on,
dang
I got.
Damn, I have to be right back. I have to shave.
Hey, okay, so for context, right before we started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have the starting soon thing up, and then I'm gonna go shave. And then I took like 2 minutes to linger until I actually went to shave.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's that story. So now I'm like, well, like barely. It was like literally 4 hairs on either side of my mouth.
Well,
I don't.
again,
I can't grow beard.
it wasn't noticeable until you pointed it out. But then
Yeah.
once you did, I couldn't stop staring at it.
Well, now it's not even there anymore, so you can't even.
Wow.
There's no staring now.
yeah, I shave
Wow.
like every other day or some crap. I don't like having the stubble. Sometimes it's nice when I have to itch my hand or some crap like that, but that's about it.
It's
It's like a scratching post on your face.
Yeah, you know, you like when when the stubble goes in, you're like, ah, dang, or whatever. But then you just kind of, like, oh, okay, that's not itchy anymore.
You
You
know,
know what I mean?
it gets really bad when your cat just like goes up to you and just starts like rubbing on your face. You know?
Yeah, I could relate. As someone who's allergic to cats, yeah.
Oh, I'm allergic to cats too. I would literally
you
die.
both allergic?
Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's a sad life.
If you don't, yeah.
If we ever
I'm
had
alive. It's fine.
Oh, but without cats, are you really living?
I've died at least 3 times to cats, but we're here now, okay?
We also have 9 lives. Thank you very much. I'm
We
a
have-
bit of a pussy if you go.
Oh, really? I thought I was like.
kidding.
I ate for human insurance. I have 10 lives.
Oh,
Oh,
crap,
dang.
man!
Yeah.
You are running on.
Get fucked.
Oh crap!
And I burned through 8 of them.
Bro, he's just structured adversely, bro.
Stop.
I'm gonna push for this, bro. We're
Structured.
gonna push
I'm
for
just
this.
structured rather adversely.
Just I don't even know what the fuck
Having a
weird
cat
ones.
allergy is the feeling of wanting to go up and pet something that will literally kill you. Like, you see it and you're like, oh my god, it's adorable. If I touch you, I'm going to die.
I could never live with that.
Yeah, I
No,
will pet this
we
cat to
couldn't
death.
either.
Yeah,
Because we would die.
literally, yeah.
What's so
Alright.
hard to understand about it?
I don't know. I just.
Well, what allergies do you have, Forrest?
I have a soy allergy. Like when I was like I didn't realize I had a soy milk allergy for the longest time because when I was having coffee, Karada, hold it back. I can see you.
He's got like a joke. There's a joke incoming
Yeah.
right now. I can see like
Yeah.
in the distance. There's like these lights just flashing, and there's Karada's face right there, and it's like joke incoming.
He's trying so hard to hold back the stupid.
Joke building up. There's a joke meter. It's just like, and then once it gets to like a certain height, Karada just starts like, and then
No,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's
with
literally-
the
And that's
with
it.
the soy milk and everything, I used to get coffee every morning, and my throat would always be super sore afterwards. But I didn't realize for the longest time, like I thought I just had a cold or something. But then it got to a point where like I couldn't speak.
uh-huh.
So it's like, oh, maybe it is the milk or something. I don't know.
So imagine
And
That
if
would be bad.
soybeans were like the most adorable thing ever, and you
They
just
are.
couldn't stay away from them.
You know,
Like that's what having
know-
a cat allergy is like.
Are you cuddling soybeans though?
did you know
imagine
edamame is just anime soybeans?
edamame?
They just have a little ooh woo face on them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine if soybeans. I almost said soy boys, but also that also applies.
Boys, let's go.
That also applies. Imagine if soy boys and soybeans had ooh faces.
Well, yeah, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I should not have drank there. I almost lost it.
Wait, what? You almost like spilled it all
Try
over
to
yourself.
spit
Yeah,
take.
I took a sip. Went, the dam almost bursted.
Yeah, Jimmy
Really?
Fallon had this segment where it was like spit takes, where it was like him and his celebrity guest would like
Mhm.
stand in front of each other and one of them, like the whole bit, and it was a stupid bit, but the whole bit was one person drinks water from a glass, then the other person says like some like stupid inane joke, and then after the person says the joke, the other person has to do a spit take right in their face. And it's like watching it just makes me cringe. Like, oh,
Yeah,
they don't do that anymore, certainly, but like it used to be a bit on Jimmy Fallon's show, and I was like, oh God, oh, this is so gross. Oh, no.
I would. Oh no, I wouldn't last in that. I wouldn't do well, bro.
Well, don't worry, you'll never be invited on there. So,
Well, hear me out. I would also be the guy to be like, instead of spitting out, I'd probably swallow it because it'd be a waste of water.
I see a chat member or mod desperately also trying to like do a command for our links or whatever.
is that our next objective to set up a bot? Which bot?
Just Nightbot, easy.
Nightbot. Sometimes Nightbot decides to like take a nap, and
That's true.
it'll just like
They work hard. They work
People-
harder, right?
people are like
I will-
trying to put in the ID command, and then like 20 minutes later it pops up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're doing that for everybody who's streaming, bro. And that's why I'll always give sub the bots. It's my signature move this year.
I've been
Everyone should
having
follow suit.
I've been having a lot of like beef with bots recently, like Discord bots and chat bots. Like the bots on my good side right now are literally the follower bots that come to my stream and try to like post the links. Because at least I can actually shoot something in my chat room. Then I can't shoot my own bot.
Walked in
go
there
ahead.
ready to
Like
go.
yesterday, 2 bots came to my channel at once, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, make my day!" And I shot them. It was great.
Finally.
Finally.
Why do we get super uppity when I get chaotic and Tam's ready to pull the gun on us?
That's not chaotic. Hey, that's
This is the
that's
time we're
maintaining order in my chat room by
Yeah, I
shooting
maintain
killer
order and
robots.
destroy everything with a bigger hammer. You know what I mean?
Who needs a hammer when you got a gun?
All right, that's yeah. I'd be that guy to bring a hammer to a gunfight. I'd be that guy.
How about a gun that shoots hammers?
Ooh.
Oh man, you remember that argument about the gunded sword versus the sworded gun?
Was that?
No.
Is that? That's not even an argument.
Yeah, no. What would win, a gunded sword or a sworded gun, bro?
Gunded sword. Obviously.
But hear me out.
Because
A
it's cooler.
sworded gun would be kind of cool too. It's close range and long range.
Isn't that just like a bayonet?
Yeah.
Like a Civil War bayonet? Did I break him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like
Do you
It's
know
a
what
bayonet. Yes,
a bayonet. Yeah.
I
could have, like,
forgot they invented those.
a loading circle over his head there. Like
Yeah, I forgot it was a thing.
the joke gauge just like
yeah.
just like went way
Just
down.
flatline.
No, because I had to picture it. I went, if a gun had a sword, well, it'd be a really long sword or a long bayonet.
But we all know that historically, both in fiction and in history, although I don't know if it's actually happened in history, swords with guns are so much cooler. That's just a fact, you know. Squall Leonhardt from Final
Okay.
Fantasy VIII, fucking gunblade.
But then imagine if there was a hilt, right, and you have your guard like a sword, but it's just a barrel of a gun, so you get like blunt damage,
Oh,
right?
you mean like Cervantes from Soul Calibur?
Yeah,
He has
that.
he has 2 swords, and one of the swords like the cross
weird,
guard
bro.
comes up, and it's
Yeah.
also like a barrel of a gun. So like he's also using it as a gun, and then he just like points. He uses it as a sword, and then he points it at you and just shoots you. And it's great.
Oh,
You know how
nice.
hard that would be to avoid, by the way.
Yeah, really. Okay.
So,
We've been
anyways,
live.
there's this podcast they were doing.
Yeah. we
This is
haven't
just-
even
no.
done introductions yet.
Hey guys, I'm Karada Sama. How you doing?
Hey
Wait.
guys, I'm Tam Jamming.
Oh God. Wait then.
Hey, I'm
Who's that
Bagels.
guy? Bagels. Oh.
Sorry, I'm Force Raider. Sorry, I'll hold it back. Just had to poke one more in there.
All the audio listeners are like, wait a second, something's up here.
Hold on.
Hold on. Actually, for real, I'm Tam Jamming on Twitch. Go on.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
passing it off.
Okay, sorry. I'm Forest Raider on Twitch. And
I'm Kev. Or Karada, whatever. I don't know. I was gonna say Kevin, but I
Dude, I went to
Karada.
twitch.tv/Kevin. They're playing
Sash
Minecraft,
Kevin.
dude.
The only Kevin on Twitch. If I only had that name, I would actually
Would you?
do that. I would.
Would
take
you?
that
Would you
name, I
legitimately like? Let's
If
say
I
like
could
you.
be twitch.tv/Kevin, oh yeah, I would be that guy.
oh,
I gotta check this actually. Either way,
Kevin.
hi,
No, don't.
Karada-sama. What's good?
We're gonna start like some like doxing campaign against whoever twitch.tv/Kevin is.
this name
Hey.
doesn't belong to you.
It's already taken. And
Well, yeah,
he's
of course.
partnered.
It was probably a name that was
No.
taken all the way back before twitch.tv was twitch.tv. Like it was
Yeah.
probably like one of the first 5 Justin.tv names.
Of course.
Oh, it hurts. Whoa. They love giant monster movies. So like maybe Monster Hunter? Who knows?
Well, let's invite
Anyways,
them on to
gonna-
the podcast.
Oh,
Hey man, you stole my name. What the crap?
Alright, this is now the interrogation session.
Greta, this
Hi.
is your chance. Get close to them, become their friend, and then steal their name.
Yeah, steal it.
Hi, can I convince you to destroy your channel?
You think that's what Twitter does to bully like smaller accounts with the names of like celebrities?
You're like, hey, we're just gonna
Probably.
yoink that from you and add like 2 numbers on the end of your
Yeah. Well, it's like
Probably.
it's a lot easier when the account hasn't posted in like 2 years, but like they've literally done that for accounts who have like are still active, and they're like, "Hey, the fake Kanye West account, the actual Kanye West needs your Twitter handle."
Is that an actual thing though? I actually never knew about this.
Yeah, like I think Reggie Fils-Aimé, the former president of Nintendo of
Mhm.
America,
Reggie.
he had someone else had like the Twitter handle that he currently has, but Twitter will like go if they can find the user, they'll like message the user and be like, hey, are you okay if the actual Reggie Fils-Aimé uses your account name or something like that? I don't know, there's like a whole process, but
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense though. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the actual
Yeah. All right. Should we?
should we get on with our weeks?
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Nothing really happening in Monster Hunter Rise this week, I don't think.
No,
Well, something
yeah, I
big
don't know.
happened this week.
Something happened.
1K, 1,000 followers.
Oh
go!
yeah!
Congrats, Forest.
Did you say
Thank
10,000?
you.
Not quite yet.
10,100.
10,100. Oh yeah, 10,100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1000.
10,100.
Yeah, so I got to 1K followers on Twitch.
Woo!
It's just kind of like the weirdest thing because I did make this goal to get to 1K before 2022 on January 1st. I was like, I'll make it my New Year's resolution or whatever. And the year's not even half over, but here we are.
There you go.
2K by the end of the year. You're halfway there.
Yeah, now, just 5K by the end of the year now, huh?
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, no. But yeah, thanks you guys a lot, obviously. Wouldn't have been there without you guys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Especially
Everybody.
you. That's right, I'm pointing at
especially
you.
you.
Right there. You right there. Watching with
For-
like
Friends that are listening.
watching with your pajamas on, just like sitting there lounging back in your chair like me? Oh. With your
I don't
chips.
even have pants on. Me?
Yeah, you right there, Donald ducking it right now out in chat world. That's you.
I actually, for half a second, made eye contact with you on the screen. I was like, "Aw." Did I
Feel
just
called
do
out.
I was pointing at the
"Ow."
camera and then looked over at my screen and I was like, "Whoa, me? Whoa, watch where you're pointing, dude."
Dude, that was scary, man. That your gun did gun. You know that scared me, bro.
You see, there's the point, and then there's oh god, kill.
There.
There's I need you, and this is I don't need you anymore.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have
Yeah.
a whole like language now.
Oh, if has there ever
Oh,
been
we
a
do have
language with
sign
your
lang-
hands?
Stop! Stop! No!
Karada, can you just like
They should invent a language where you speak with your hands. Oh.
What happened again?
Citation.
Can you like think before you speak, please? I beg of you.
It's okay.
Weak, bro. What the crap?
It's okay, bro. It's okay. You can do it. Just breathe. Just breathe. Reload your lungs. You'll be fine.
Reload your brain. More
Reload your
I need to-
brain.
I
Just
need to
fuck.
go. I need to go.
like-
Oh my god. Think, Karata, think.
Oh, there you go.
Oh god.
Someone's gonna need to make the meme of like me standing over Karatas. Fun, just like, or just like have a
This is
panda
sign
and then like
language, bro.
just like have a panda and then Jun's like right here like
yeah.
Did you not?
No, but yeah, for the 1K stuff, I think I'm gonna do a 1K stream. We'll see. I kind of want to do a 12-hour stream of just like my best hits or whatever over the years. So like playing all the games that I've played in the past. So like Monster Hunter World, I'll start with because that's like what I first streamed. Probably some Shadow of the Colossus, maybe Slime Rancher because that's like what I played when I first got to affiliate. Obviously Generations Ultimate, so trying out Silverwind EX again, see if I can get that freaking sub 15.
that's gonna take like all the rest of the stream.
Yeah, so
If you sub 15, I'll have to try sub 10 again for Thunderlord.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
How about for Rise? What have you been up to in there?
So obviously 3.0 update.
Oh, there we go.
Pretty hype.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just been a lot of fun because I think a lot of people can agree that we were all starting to get maybe a little bit burnt out on the game leading up to 3.0. At least for me. I actually checked how many hours I have in the game so far, and I'm at 500. So, you know,
sorry, holding it back.
I see you both making your faces. Yeah.
Well, I don't even know how many I have. I probably have less, if we're being
Like
honest.
4.
At least 4.
Like
At least 4
4.
At
whole
least
hours.
4,000.
Yeah. No, yeah, so it was just like a lot of fun to experience 3.0 on stream and everything. Kind of see what they added to the game, how they remade Valstrax and everything, and like the All Mother fight is gorgeous.
Oh, I
I
love
love it.
Yeah.
So good. The music, the fight, how it just gets challenging at the end, it's so good. And yeah, and then experiencing, the little secrets of the game as well, and just like not gonna lie, I cried yesterday when I saw what the new guild awards are.
Oh,
They're
Guild Awards.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, they're back.
Wait,
Like
when
they
you
have the large and small crown award.
Yeah.
So like we'll
Oh.
have to actually farm for those again.
Yeah.
And if it's following the world mechanic, it's possible they might throw those event quests as well for
Well, it's
maybe.
just
stuff.
I
But
think the
farming for those are
weirdest
annoying.
well, the weirdest thing is they actually don't show you when you get a large and small crown.
They do.
It
So you-
does
They
say large monster update, but that's
Mhm.
about it. They don't
Yeah,
tell you if it's your
right
largest or
after
smallest
you
one.
hunt the monster, like once you like slay or capture the monster, it'll say on the side. It doesn't say it at the end of the quest anymore. It just like
No,
tells
yeah.
you immediately.
And that's kind of what throws me
Mhm.
off because I always do look at like everything that's unlocked on the final screen or whatever.
I
So
like seeing it when it's said in GU, like, you know.
exactly,
Little
like having
small-
that
Yeah,
screen.
with the little like fanfare and everything. Made it
Exactly,
it
made
made
it
it sound
so
much
good.
more triumphant instead of like just seeing like little
Exactly.
like the bling is on the side.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I did it, but it
So-
doesn't feel good.
Yeah, so I'm still working to get all of the awards, but it's definitely going to be a work in progress now. But yeah, that's what I've been pretty much up to. I'll pass it off to one of you.
Well, we did Forrest and I did a multi-stream for the first time last night.
Oh yeah,
And
that.
see, I told you you'd freaking forget. And I told you you'd say, "Oh yeah." Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Freaking-
that
it's
happened.
already the
Like
next
that
day and
happened
you
like 10
forgot.
hours ago. Yeah. How'd that go?
Well,
was
it's
a lot of
terrible now that she doesn't remember it.
Oh, you ruined it.
No, 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 no. Yeah, so Karada and I did our first
Yeah.
multi-stream last night. It was really fun. Like, honestly, even though you were having audio issues, Karada, it was just like it was a good time. It was like I looked at it at the end and like we went for like 5.5 hours or something, but it's like it did not feel that long.
It really didn't.
Yeah. So that's kind of the cool thing about those streams, really. It's like sometimes they can drag on a little bit. Well, not drag on, but like you really feel like you have been playing for like 3 to 6 hours. But like
Mm-hmm.
for that
Oh,
stream
last
last
night felt
night,
pretty fun. Like I felt like I was
yeah,
going 3 hours and I was like 5.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was
So that's
kind of
pretty
like
cool.
even like at the end, it was like I could still go for some more, but we should really stop.
No, that's why I stopped it after the we did that challenge. That there's a new challenge quest in the 3.0 for
Yeah.
Tetranodon, and I was like, Forrest, go heavy bowgun. I got this. And he whipped out the dual blades for arena, and I was like, oh, you messed up now.
How'd that go? How'd that go?
Well, the first round was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, sorry. The 3 minutes and 30 seconds is S rank, and then I think 7 is A rank. We
Mhm.
hit 3:35 on the first run, and I was like, no, I messed up. No. I was
Oh,
like,
get
I gotta
fucked.
go faster. I gotta go faster. I was like, getting really mad, and I was like, no, one more before we end the night. And then we got in like 3:13 or something, and I was like, let's go. I
Yeah.
completely ignored everything everyone else was talking or whatever. Forrest was telling me apparently that like what she was like, sleep, okay. Like I didn't even register because you're like, sleep. I'm like hyper like I tunnel vision
Well,
really badly. So
yeah,
anything I need you to like get through to me
Yeah.
and know that I got through to. Otherwise I was like, yeah, I'm just going for damage and squeezing in every moment that I can to, get this done one shot.
Mhm.
yeah, I
And I
know
did not hear anything. I was just
that
too
was kind of
focused.
the thing because it was like we had a system where it's like I would start with poison, then paralysis, then do sleep,
Byron shot.
Wyvern shot, and then do sleep. So I even said like, okay, I'm doing sleep now. But you were just so hyper focused. Like I guess I said it like too quietly or something. I don't know. I was
I
maybe
don't know. I
mumbling.
didn't
I don't
hear
know.
it.
I don't know. I need to go back in the VOD. And then it was finally falling asleep. I was like, sleep. And then you just kept going and I was like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I genuinely was like, I don't know if it's like a Discord thing, because of course they're gonna hear it on her stream. If anybody heard it on my stream, then that's one thing. But in my head, I didn't hear anything. I either I was one way too focused or I just didn't hear. The only thing I thought I heard was like okay or something. I was like, what the crap does okay mean? And I just kept going in. So I was like, weird. But we got it done, and I'm gonna see if we can
There you
try it. Well, not we, but we can probably S rank the other stuff. But I wanted to at least
Oh,
let her
yeah.
get
Do you
heavy
get
bowgun
any
out of the way because
do you get any special rewards from that challenge quest? Or is it just there?
I think challenge quests you normally don't, but it might. I'm gonna see if A ranking everything might. They did that for
Yeah.
A rank for the regular arena, so maybe they'll do something for challenge quest.
Hmm.
Maybe something better than carving +1. You know.
You hear challenge quest and you think it's like, well, is it a low rank scaled?
Yes, it's low rank.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that's what. Okay, I was gonna say if it's like
Yeah.
a high rank Tetranodon, it's like kind of a joke. But if it's like low rank scaled,
Yeah,
then,
but
like,
3 minute 30 seconds for a high rank one would still be pretty tough with those loadouts.
that is true.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it's
True.
low rank.
Yeah,
But
it is.
that was fun. We ended the night with that, but we did all the new stuff. And we did like all the new advanced quests. So like the Utsushi, I think 5 and 6, or it's like 4 and 5 or something were the newest stuff.
Yeah.
They did something there. And then we did the new advanced quests for the Apexes. Those were a lot of fun. I really liked the way Diablos kind of really took away from the like that bloodbath setup.
Yeah.
Although I did get nervous from one of the moves from Bloodbath where the giant steam bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that for the Apex Diablos it'd be much wider radius, and I did the dodge. I went no! It blew up like right next to me. I was like near its foot, but it blew up next to me. I went the crap. That was like that's like if you just farted.
Yeah, I
and you just-
didn't realize Apex Diablos had that steam because like the steam isn't as pronounced on Apex
Mhm.
Diablos,
Mhm.
but it still has that attack, and I didn't realize that until I actually did like the solo Apex Diablos
yeah.
quest. And the
Yeah,
river hunt.
they like changed the visuals for it this time as well.
Yeah, it's like
so-
looks like a lot muddier. Or I
Yeah.
guess maybe it depends on what
It's
much
terrain it's
darker.
on or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
When
It's
you're
much
introduced to it though, it's in that cave anyway, so it's definitely gonna look darker there.
Mhm.
And then when it
Yeah.
gets like wet, like in that water area on the right, I don't remember area numbers. But then when you go to that area on the right with the water, sometimes like
Yeah.
when monsters roll around in there, they add that whatever like wet film over them, which is a really cool thing that they added.
Hmm.
But sometimes it just ugh. When
Yeah.
the monsters are wet, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just can't. But that steam bomb move was a lot smaller, which I kind of wish it wasn't.
Hmm.
I kind of wish it still retained like that bloodbath range because it would feel a lot scarier being that, or even if they halved it, you know what I mean? Like it should still be a little bit more. But at that point, I was like, whatever.
So
Hmm?
now that Apex Zenogre is here, does that mean that you're gonna be warming up your streams with Apex Zenogre?
It might just happen if there's an arena for him eventually. I'm only running that as a warm up. I see that you can do them in the Shrine Ruins. I might just start doing that. I finally whipped out dual blades last night.
Oh yeah.
We did the that triple advance quest, and then did oh sorry, did we do that first? Yeah, we did the triple advance, did the
Mhm.
rampage for him, and then we did like that solo one, just the Zenogre, and then it just felt so good.
Cause you're like
Yeah.
that fight like the back of your hand. Like you are so like you're like the expert on Thunderlord. So how much did they bring over to Apex Zenogre? And
Oh,
what
they
changed?
added more actually. So they kept
Oh.
the double thunder bug things when he shoots them out, where if you know knock you stop on them,
Mhm.
they'll do that like stun. So I didn't walk into that, so I didn't test it out to see if it's still the same exact move. In terms of what he threw out though, he still keeps his those claw or the paw slams, but they're faster. Well, overall he's faster,
Mhm.
but like he has a faster paw slam. He has like a new Tatsumaki, like his Tatsumaki like is like leveled up now, and it
You're
does
talking
like
about like
some
the
crazy.
tailspin, right?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
insane tailspin is just absurd. Like he's almost flying like Magnamalo as Zenogre himself. It's crazy. Um, but I like how they gave him some AOE moves as well.
Mhm.
They did some other claw like upward swipe or something, or like
Oh,
some
the
sort
one
of swipe
where it
that he
sends like
has.
3 power waves up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That one I
Yeah.
That one's
really
sick.
like. That one's a
It's
really
so
cool one.
cool.
My favorite thing though is the glow from his eyes. That little
Yeah.
addition to the glow from like the Zenogre from GU and like now or like Thunderlord to then. Ooh, they make him look really good.
Mhm.
So good.
So they did a good job of adding some Thunderlord moves like those Thunderbugs. I think the Possum will always be Thunderlord. There's I think one more that I can't recall at the top of my head. I didn't see like that weird charge up he does, and then that head like slam. You know what I mean? Where he like charges up, and then he does like a head slam into a double jump into this like
Oh yeah,
explosion. He
yeah.
does that move in GU. I didn't really see it last night, but I think it's because he has that giant charge up explosion anyways. They just didn't make it a combo because everything else is already really, amped up.
That move always
Overall, I
felt
think he's a
weird.
really great setup, like
Yeah.
for the News and Ogre.
That move always felt weird in GU. I felt like the hitbox was very disjointed and it would always like hit you like when you least expected it, like the weird flippy doodle thing he does after the charge up. Like I don't know. I never really liked that move of Thunderlord in GU, so I'm actually kind of okay that they just decided to
It's just
take
like a
that out, I
one,
guess. Yeah.
But that one was cool, and I think that I can agree there because the one that always like got caught me off guard was like the actual explosion itself.
Mhm.
That range always just for whatever reason I always mess it up unless I'm like really paying attention to it or like I knock him out and or like trip him or whatever. Unless I can pull that off or do kill him before he does, then I can pull it off. But
Yeah.
that move
Well,
definitely threw me off.
I think what you also discovered last night was his weak spot isn't his back legs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They changed
So
his front paws to weak points. I didn't think his front
They
paws were weak
can't
points
they can't seem to make up
in
their minds.
GU.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
well, 'cause
always
like
well, it was always used to be the back legs, right? And then in World it was the front legs. And then in Rise
Mhm.
they changed it back to the back legs. But then with Apex and Ogre it's changed to the front legs. So it's like make
No,
up
it's
your
both.
so
It's
mind.
both.
confusing.
It's
It's
both?
both.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I saw red on both legs. That's why, or all four rather.
Mm.
Which is why I was like, all right. Because then I think in World 2, I think I complained about this that they didn't like when Rajang first came out. It was his forearms that were weak points
Yeah, that
or
was
some
weird.
crap, and I was like, the hardest part of a Rajang His freaking fist, bro.
Mhm.
The thing you need mind's eye on, that's the weak point?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He swing those everywhere, and that's what you're gonna make the weak point? I'm like, that's
Yeah.
dumb. Alternatively, though, if you guys like know martial arts and stuff, you can say that technically the power of a punch would start first from your legs. So his legs should technically be strong also, which could mean maybe not weak point. But again, if it relies on his legs to be where he draws his power from as like a a physical hitter, then yeah, the legs should still be weak point. But
Yeah.
for the arms to be absurdly like, they make so many effects for the arms and then the mind's eye and then just how hard those things hit, it should not be the weak point. And I think they changed it after like a patch or some sort of update.
They
I
did.
I forgot who I was talking to. I think they did. I could be mistaken. If anybody else knows, let me know.
Huh.
But I just remember at first seeing the arms as what we had to use the tenderizing thing on the clutch claw, and I was like,
Yeah.
why? I'm trying to
Mhm.
remember though.
I mean, they're allowed to change things if they want, and whether or not we like it is
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we're at
Yeah.
the whims of whatever arbitrary rules they make, whether it be Rajang's arms or Zenogre's legs. Who knows? Hey, maybe in the next game, Zenogre's tail will be a weak point when it's out of charge state, and everyone's gonna be like, "What? Huh?"
Yeah.
Like how they changed Valstrax's tail to be a 45 hit zone for bladed weapons in this game. You just like flick your nail at Valstrax's tail and it just comes right off.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tam. Did you experience having to hit the tail before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
how did you do
the
it?
funny thing is that. So I guess I'll start with
Yeah.
my experience with it. But yeah, obviously I played 3.0 as well this week. Although probably not as much as you guys did.
We only cleared quests, we
just
didn't like grind.
yeah, like just this morning I unlocked the new the big 7-star unlock thing. So I just this morning. So I've seen it, and just this morning I unlocked it.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, Valstrax pushed my shit in. I think it took me like 5 attempts on stream to do it solo. And I was using Greatsword, and it was weird because his timings are like different. I feel like he's slower now, but that makes him harder.
Lower? I don't
Yeah.
think he's slower.
He feels slower with like some of his attacks, like his attack where he like stabs his wings into the ground. Like with
I mean,
he does the timing of that is a little different. And
I'm
the
thinking of the turnaround slam for that.
yeah
or
that
maybe
one where he does like a 180 and goes like
he just
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
he does like the dunk yeah the dunk yeah he it definitely feels slower. I don't know, and it was throwing me off a little bit, but I think I was mostly dying because I was just trying to rage slash through everything. And I was, but then he
fair.
would just retaliate immediately after, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's a bad choice."
Well, it was a great choice, man. It gave you a great clip, bro.
Would you be able to show that clip on the podcast? It's gonna sound
I
weird
can get
for
that
like
link if you
audio.
want.
It's
well, we can just link it in the stream, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have it on the podcast. I'm not gonna show it just because
oh,
I.
come on.
Well, no, I'm not gonna show it because I don't have
Yeah.
I don't have the screen set up for that, so I don't want to take like another
Yeah.
2
Oh,
minutes doing
gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
But I mean, if someone retrieves it and then posts it in the chat, go ahead. But yeah, had a hell of a time with Valstrax, and also Allmother was just. I did that one off stream with my other hunting group that I usually play with off stream. The reason I did Valstrax on stream was because they weren't at HR 100 yet, so they weren't able to unlock the urgent. So I wanted to wait until they got up there, so I decided to do that one on stream. But Allmother I did off stream, and I did that one first try.
With Greatsword as well.
No, with heavy bowgun. I was using Pierce ammo, so I was like sort of cheating. But Allmother is great. And then when Magnamalo comes in, like during it, it's so goofy, and I don't know if it makes any sense, but it works really well. I had a theory that was like, also, what the hell are you guys? I had a
sorry,
theory.
I'm having
Are you
fun
guys
while you're
even listening
talking.
to me? I feel like I'm talking to myself right now.
I'm sorry. I'm having fun in chat. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm listening.
That
You need
it's
Sword and Shield. Mama.
well, I didn't even talk about Sword and Shield.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't listening.
I'm gonna start over from the very. I'm
I
gonna start
heard
over from the
Sword and
very
Shield and our
beginning.
mama.
I'm gonna start over from the very beginning. Hello, guys. This is the Farcasters podcast.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Let's go back to the please stand by. screen. Come on.
Yeah. We'll just go back to that, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
continue.
guys.
I
Yeah, we're-
apologize.
But yeah. All Mother is fucking great.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people were expecting like, oh, are they gonna have Bebbies? Are we gonna get Bebby, Narwa, and
Yeah.
Ibushi? But I kind of like the swerve of like Narwa just consumes Ibushi.
Ripping its neck open.
Yeah, it's like super aggressive.
Yeah.
It was like it caught me by surprise, and
Mhm.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then the Magnamalo joining the hunt, just like jumping in, like out of nowhere. Like, well, why are you here, dude? What are you doing here? Like, we don't have any.
I feel like that's the world thing too.
We don't have any rapport at all. Yeah. It felt like Nergigante coming in to steal the kill.
Yeah.
From Shara. But I didn't mind it. It was cool, and it felt really nice to like Wyvern ride against the final boss. But also apparently you can get like Kushala and Teostra.
Yeah, I had Kushala. Well, I had Magnamalo first time when I soloed it,
Mhm.
and then when I actually did it with people, I had Kushalas next. I don't know if you can get like a Teo as well, but I thought it was kind of cool that they did that. But I like it was cool to be like, what the crap? I have like a little friend helping me out. Well, not little,
Yeah.
not so little, but you know, it's just like, what the crap? Let's go.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
free ride. Let's go.
Either the Magnamalo that appears is fucking huge, or All Mother Narwa is
Yeah.
just small. Because holy shit, like
Mm.
I'm constantly surprised by how big these fucking monsters are. Like you
I
ride a
think they looked
Nargacuga,
bigger.
you ride a Nargacuga, and then you fight like another monster, and you're like, holy shit, Nargacuga is huge.
Yeah.
Like you always think it's like they're like always like smaller, especially like the pseudo wyverns who are like kind of relatively flat on the ground. You always think they're smaller, but then they like perch up a little bit, and you're like, damn, you fucking huge
even-
boy.
Yeah.
Grata, when we hunted that Kushala yesterday for our first quest,
that
that was a big Kushala, but it wasn't even a crown. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get any unless if I already have a gold Kushala, like a gold
That's what I
crown.
was thinking of, but I don't
But
think I do.
don't think I do either. But like all I could tell was like when I stood by its crotch, I went, dude, that's massive. Like
What,
it
its
doesn't make
crotch?
sense that. Yeah, can we focus on the moment that I'm having? All right, I'm just saying. I was next to his crotch.
I'm
and
sorry,
I
you
was
said
like,
crotch
"Dang,
and massive, and I just got.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm just hear me out. It was massive, and I was like, dang, that's a big Kushala. And everyone just goes, Is crotch is massive, huh? Is that all you're looking at? I'm like, that's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
Oh, they made
Grata,
the exact
once
joke
again.
that
That's not what I'm saying.
The entire monster is there. There's so many
Ugh.
things you can compare. Like your hunter's
But-
standing beside its leg, but no, you focus on how
My
big its crotch.
face is in its crotch. How
Why?
else can I compare
You're-
it when
Yeah,
the
that's-
first thing I gaze my eyes on are it's
You know when
crotch.
like animal researchers go out to like the African savannah or something, and they find a giraffe, and they're like, how big is this giraffe? Oh, let me check. Just right up into its crotch. It's about 20 inches tall, 20 feet tall. Yeah,
20 inches tall.
20 inches tall.
Nice.
20
Dang.
inches and 20 feet tall.
Dude, yeah, I was also thinking about it that when you were talking about the Narga as well though, with like when it perches up, I think you had that one moment too, Forrest, when you're fighting that Silverwind in GU for the EX. And what
Yeah.
it does like before you engage it, like it does prop its head
Oh
up and
yeah,
does
it
like
does.
that thing.
It does
And then
look
I
around.
remember doing that, I went, Christ. I remember I was like,
Big
that's
boy.
actually a really big boy.
Hello.
And then I think that it's different though because we see him as for a smaller monster that he's big, but in that area it's an open, like we feel like we're on top of a mountain and it's just sky above us. But when we're
Mhm.
encased in a really big dome, like we were fighting with the mama, I think that's what made her feel maybe a little smaller than she actually is compared to like when Magnum Mallow comes down and you're like, oh, it's kind of small or it's kind of big, but it's because we're in like a large dome, but it makes it feel like all the
I
things
mean,
inside
well,
the dome are
like
small. Do you get what I mean?
for Silverwind EX, those are always gold crowns, large. So like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
of course
yeah.
it's gonna look big, you know.
But I
Um,
mean, even when it comes to like Narwa, like I use dual blades and I use the
You're
demon
up in
flight, so it's
space,
like,
bro.
well, I mean, it's like when I use the demon flight, like I'm in the air for like running along the monster for a good little bit. So yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah.
mhm, how big? So
Oh man.
for once I want to see like a huge monster on like a normal map. Like
You still want that
Ooh.
Tsukami guy, don't you?
I would love to see Yamasukami, but like I'm
I
talking
think
about
that's
like
why.
on a like a regular map. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how it would move around. Frankly, it could teleport for all I care. I don't know. I would love like you just like you're on the map and then you see like a really big question mark on like an open field and you're like,
It's
what the
just a
fuck is
monk
that?
snail that teleports.
Something like yeah. No, but like seriously, like I would love that. Like or if you
Yeah,
if
I
you
would
go up
too.
to it, if you go up to it, then it teleports away. So like you never actually see it. You just see the huge question mark just appear on like the other end of the map.
So
What
like
if like
Valstrax.
yeah,
You
pretty
come
much.
up to
But
it,
what if like
it just
there was
goes, bro.
finally that Godzilla crossover and it's just like the introduction is like it crushing one of those houses in the shrine room.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Yeah, I would love like
Oh,
to see a monster just like over top the
destroy.
mountain, just like overlooking the mountain.
Mhm.
You know, like
Oh
something like
yeah.
that. Like I don't know if we're ever gonna get that on like a regular map in Monster Hunter. And I was
Dude,
kind of hoping we would get a huge monster like that because the maps in Rise have like a lot of just big open areas.
yeah.
You know, like the area, especially in like Frost Islands. There's just
Ew.
like these like big areas of just water. You know, I just want like something big just encompass all that space.
Like the world devil Job just peering over the mountain for the shrine.
Hell yeah.
Just going, hey.
Ooh.
Or like you mentioned before, like something literally like the monk snail. You know, like I know
Oh,
that's
dude, if you
endemic
could do
life. But,
something
like,
with a monk snail, that'd be awesome.
it seems to be
Oh
the most
man.
popular of like the rare endemic lives, just because it's like fucking huge ass.
Just
Well, it's also just yeah, like the coolest thing is you can hear it when it like enters the
Yeah, I
area.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear its roar, I'm like, oh, let's go say hi to a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then like go to the tent, and then immediately just like
It's
wave at
cute.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because everyone's at first like on this just unsettling roar thing going on.
hmm
So everyone's like, ah, you know what I mean? And then once you actually get into it, right? And you see him, you're kind of like, oh, hey,
Well,
buddy.
you know what's hilarious is I didn't
All of a sudden, like you like him.
I didn't realize this until I saw a Twitter post about it. But like when it rears its head up to roar, it kind of looks like a little hand coming up to wave at you because of like the big glowing eyes on the shell. So it's like when it's
Oh.
rearing its head up to roar, it's like hi, you
Yeah.
know.
Hi.
It's like a little ghosty guy going like hello.
Yeah. Dang.
It's a marvelous piece of monster design that is I don't know. I don't know if it's
Oh,
underutilized. I think it's utilized just enough, actually.
and
But
this is gonna sound like very random and off topic, but I looked at our icon again for the Farcat. Farcat stole my all mother kill on stream.
oh,
You are
your
still on
Palico.
about
Your
that.
No, I
Palico.
just have to bring it up once because it makes me so mad.
Yeah, no,
What? No,
I
no.
get
He
it.
deserves it.
No,
The
the
cat does
first
more damage. I get it.
the first time I was fighting All Mother, I was doing it solo on stream.
Oh man.
I was so excited to kill it because like I carded once. I was like, oh my god, here we are. And then I was taking a ration and Farcat goes up and murders it. And it's like, are you serious? It was just so
Just
sad.
got
And
a
then
kill under my
A picture
belt.
of you running away to heal or some crap, and it just
yeah, I
Yeah.
know my
it
end
just takes
screen
the
is
kill.
literally my end screen is just
Yeah.
me running away. It's so sad.
So how'd it kill it?
I don't know. It was just probably a normal attack or whatever.
Just like through.
Um But like Farcat actually wrecks shit because like even off stream, it's like it cut off Kushala's tail. I think even
Oh,
it's like what is happening?
what support type is it?
It's a assist,
Oh, okay,
so it does
sense.
like yeah.
The
I don't know.
traps and stuff.
I was like
That's the
Farcat.
that's the traps one, right?
Yeah.
My
So
Farcat would probably be a bomb cat though if I made one. I probably should make one just to have one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably should make up a Farcat. So you went in and you like did like the specific like green fur and everything
yep.
so that you could scout it out.
Black eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I need
yeah.
we need to make Farcats as well.
Yeah, like I made it like green with a little bit of white as well because you can see in like our icon or whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
nice, cool.
yeah. So it's fun to use it.
Well, I think it's safe to say that most of our weeks were just 3.0. Not much else.
Yeah,
I mean, I played like some other things, but nothing
yeah. You
really.
were
Like Final Fantasy 9, right?
Yeah, I was playing Final Fantasy 9 yesterday. First
That was pretty
time.
cool.
That game is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I was getting lots of help from chat room too because I'm generally not an RPG guy. That's why I play Monster Hunter because it's just action. I like action.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
much of a turn-based RPG guy, but I mean the characters in Final Fantasy 9 are just wonderful. A treat. The music is phenomenal. I'm using I'm playing the PC version. I'm using the Monguri mod, which is it uses AI upscaling to boost the resolution of the pre-rendered backgrounds.
Can
So
you like say that in English for other people who aren't tech
it
savvy?
makes the game look really good.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it makes the game look rather good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's fucking,
Mm.
and I don't know why it took me so long to play Final Fantasy 9 because I love Final Fantasy and its worlds.
Which ones have you played before?
I have played 4, 7, 8, currently playing through 9, 10, 13,
Did you do
14.
10-2 at all?
Yes, I did 10-2 as well.
Oh, okay.
15. Yeah, that's it. I haven't played 6, which is like next on my list. 1, 2, and 3 is like I don't know if I really want to touch them at all because 1 and 2 especially have not aged well at all, and like the most modern versions of those games that you can play are like the PS1 remakes, I think. But everything else has gotten like some pretty substantial remasters, modern remasters. A lot of them are on mobile devices, oddly enough. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We need another Final Fantasy crossover in Monster Hunter Rise.
I also
Yeah,
just
true.
realized for Final Fantasy, do they call it 10-2 because in Japan, like when they count, they do like 10 and then number in order to go higher up? You know what I mean?
Well,
So like 20 would be like 10-10 number, 10-10
wait.
whatever.
Do you think Final Fantasy
Isn't that like a
10-2
thing?
is? Do you think it's 12?
Yeah, because in my head I would just say 12.
No. It's the
Because
sequel. It's the sequel to
X2.
Final Fantasy 10.
But then when you put X2 next to each other, I think not times 2, but 10 is X and then
Here we
2
go
for
again.
12. And then I was thinking, wait, maybe they do that because in Japan it's like 10 and then number,
Okay.
the way they count up. You know
Hold
what I mean?
on. Hold on.
That's how I
Pause.
thought maybe that, right?
Pause. All right, Karada. How much Final
Yeah.
Fantasy have you played in your lifetime?
10. And
played
I
10.
had 10-2, but I did not finish it. But
Okay.
in my head I played 10.
But it's the sequel to 10, so they call it 10-2.
Well,
It's a weird naming convention. They should have called it like they should have called it like Final Fantasy 10 Part 2 or something.
Yeah, but I mean 10-2 sounds a lot smoother.
Or
than
like
10
Final Fantasy 10 The Sphere Hunters or something like that.
Yeah, that
I
would
gotta-
have made more sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know what it's
Or
called in
the
Japan,
sequel
to be
is
honest.
literally the
Yeah, Final Fantasy 10 the sequel. Yeah, that would have been better than Final Fantasy 10 2. And then 13 did the same thing, where it's like Final Fantasy 13 2 as well.
Yeah.
At least they didn't
They
do
did
13 3. Yeah, there was a
They did a
13 2,
13-2?
and they technically had a
Oh, yeah,
13
okay.
3, but it wasn't called 13 3.
Because that makes sense to me.
Monster
know.
Hunter World
Tendon.
2.
Tendant.
Monster Hunter 4 2. What if
It's
Monster
just
Hunter
so
4
weird.
Ultimate was called Monster Hunter 4 2?
Yeah, that would have been.
No.
Oh my god.
Monster Hunter Try 2.
But
No.
Tam, do you think you
Portable though, but portable.
Monster Hunter Dose 2.
What the crap? That
Tam,
is
you
weird.
played 14, right?
Yes, I do play 14,
You-
and I'm
You,
probably gonna get back into it soon-ish for the new
yeah, do you think
expansion.
you're gonna do you think you're gonna pick up the expansion then?
Oh yeah, definitely. Endwalker.
Nice.
It's nice.
Ooh.
Right now you can
Nice,
play
nice.
for free up to level 60 with the
God.
award-winning Heavensward expansion included.
Whoa, man, tell me more.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing. I love that so much. That it
Yeah.
just blew up everywhere, bro.
Yeah. That's like everywhere on like if you even tangentially related to like anything Final Fantasy 14 related on like Twitter or
Mhm.
something. You see
Mhm.
everyone just posting about hey, did you hear about the free trial of up to level 60 with the award-winning Heavensward expansion?
Oh my god.
No, tell me
Oh,
more.
did you?
No,
When
tell
we were
me
talking
more.
about free stuff, did you guys pick up the free stuff from the 3.0 thing? They dropped some new stuff there as well.
Yeah.
Some
We get a blow kiss emote.
I know, it's so cute.
I
Yes.
am so
Rada,
glad that's
don't.
not like a
Rada,
What
don't.
is that
kiss me,
smart?
guys. The first time she used the kiss gesture, I was right there.
Yeah, I know, I didn't mean.
so bold on stream.
Yeah, so for context, yesterday we did the event. It was a Somnicanth, and I wanted to test it out, and unfortunately, Karada was standing there when I was trying it. I didn't even notice.
Oh. It's
So
the classic. It's the classic
Yeah.
of like, yeah. No, it's the classic of
Whoops.
like when you're in like at the schoolyard when you were kids, and then it's like, hey, I'll let you kiss me if you close your eyes. And you're like, okay, and then you like pucker up and close your eyes, and then they like get like one of their guy friends to come up to you or something, or they just like fucking slap you. You know, there's a thing we used to do in theater where if you were going up to kiss someone, like what you would do is you would wrap your hand around their mouth so that like you would cover their mouth and then you would kiss your own hand.
Oh yeah, you. I think it's just like a one finger thing, or you do like. The
Yeah,
thumb
it's like
or
a one
something,
finger
some
thing
crap
or
like
your
that,
thumb.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's like it would be like you would go like this then, and it would be concealed, so like it would look like you're kissing them like on the lips, but you're actually just kissing your hand. So,
yeah.
it's a little thing. If you ever see one of those swing around kisses, ladies and gentlemen, in theater, they're faking it unless they don't care.
So you just
We
kiss
were
them,
in
yeah.
high school, so it was like, yeah, no, you're not kissing each other on stage, you horn dogs. Okay.
But they
Wow.
could be.
Yeah, no.
Well-
There was plenty of that going around in my high school theater, dude. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about 3.0 and
Alright.
the roadmap that they have laid out, because I've been seeing a lot of
Oh, you're right.
discourse. What's up?
I just forgot there's a roadmap.
Oh yeah.
The thing in
There's
the digital event.
there's been a lot of discourse that I've been seeing. I don't know if it's like, I think most people are like okay with like the content that we have now in Rise, but like there's a lot of people out there who seem to be really ticked off that Valstrax might be the last monster we're getting until like if they ever come out with an expansion.
3 months down the line. or
Yeah,
some crap
yeah,
like
because
that,
like
right?
the
Oh,
roadmap,
crap.
the roadmap they have right now goes up to August, and there's no new monsters at all. It's all
That's a long while,
DLC,
you're
DLC purchasable DLC content, event quests, and Capcom Collabs,
Yeah.
which they're doing 3, and the first ones will be, oh, get this, they're
Right,
crossing over.
stories.
They're crossing over with Monster Hunter.
Oh
Finally.
my god.
Oh my god. Did you guys ever hear about that game, Monster Hunter? Oh my god.
Monster Hunter?
Dude, finally the
Sounds boring. What are
Wait.
you doing it?
What if the
Monster
Don't you
Hunter. What are you doing? What are you doing that?
Is it like an MMO? Where's my skill tree?
Can you imagine if they did a crossover with World though? Like, what if they just threw that on there just to
Wait, you mean like
advertise more?
The Admiral.
like-
comes in.
They're doing stories already. What if they did like World?
if you
This is
do
how
world,
they bring the
crossover?
Hattler back.
you know,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
actually be pleasantly surprised if she ever appeared, like come back in a cutscene. Like I like the
That would
handler.
be something.
I
Really?
I like
that
the handler. Yes, I never disliked the handler, and I only ended up liking the handler more. Like I'm not like head over heels in love with her, but like she doesn't bother me at all, and I totally get why she bothers people. I don't know. I just have like a high tolerance for that kind of stuff. I guess.
Somebody in chat says the crossover is you get the clutch claw back. Oh no!
Your wire bug. You lose your wire bug, and it becomes a clutch claw. Have
It's like
fun.
a switch skill. You can choose whichever one you want. You gotta just slap
Ooh.
the monster around. and you can
Don't say
fly
that
in the
because
air.
I could actually see them doing that.
Or what if you could dual
God.
wield this? You could fly and grab like the wall at the same time.
That'd be like you can use a wire bug to
Like
climb
in
up, and then the
you
clutch
remember
claw
Legend
to
of
like.
Zelda? You know what I mean? Like you could double
Oh, the
claw,
double
like,
claw
left and
shot.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be kind
Yeah.
of cool.
that'd be fun.
But then it doesn't consume a wire bug or some crap. That'd be kind of fun.
So if you bring back
That'd
the
be cool,
clutch
yeah.
claw, do you also bring back tenderizing?
No,
Well,
no, it's useless. Don't do that.
don't do it.
We can't.
so
Can
bad.
you
do
at
that
least
again.
still wall bang?
Why would we
What?
need to when we already have?
Oh yeah, we can
The
already
Wyvern
wall
wall
bang.
bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyvern. So like,
Except it's only
yeah. So what the fuck
better
would the
now.
clutch claw do?
nothing. It's useless.
It's just
It's
useless.
just
It's
a wall.
there.
Wall, that's it.
You just climb, you know.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Oh, someone in chat mentioned clawing onto a Valstrax. I did see a clip of someone using a zero sum discharge on Valstrax while it was flying away, and they just went like with it. They were just like, like
You don't
I
even
wanna
finish
try
that
that.
zero sum. Like you don't even
Yeah.
finish it at that point.
I would
It's like-
love to try that.
it's like you're done for your zero sum, but like your switch axe is still like implanted in the Valstrax, and you're just over here like as a bloody mess. Like your eyeballs will like popped out and everything.
Can you?
High altitude.
No, it launch you off.
Well, because like even when I first experienced Valstrax, it was just kind of like I blinked and he was gone. I was like, oh, okay, bye, I guess.
Oh, have you
What if
guys
we
been?
did Lance?
Huh?
You know Lance, how you can hop to the monster.
Oh,
once you
oh,
set
with the
What
one.
if you? What
yeah.
if when he leaves and you just?
Go over
No, I
mountains.
think-
I gotta try this now.
I think with that, with the zip line thing, I think it only goes a set distance.
Yeah, like
there's a
the-
maximum
Oh,
distance
It
that it goes.
will
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
But
Because you're
what if it's like
connected.
janky, you know? That'll be kind of fun.
It's like your hand is just go
What
like,
if you do it right as he's leaving? So like
And
you're
then you
always a
just-
set distance.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
That'd be awesome.
I.
Oh man.
There needs to be an attack on some weapon. I don't care what weapon it is, but where the modifier, like the motion value, changes depending on how high you initiated the attack or how fast you're going while you're doing the attack. You know? And I
Yeah.
was kind of hoping that the Wyvern dive or whatever it's called on Insect Glaive, I was kind of hoping that would be like hype based. That's what at first I thought that's what it was. Because people were like,
How high you go before you drop?
yeah, so if you do it like on top of like a mountain peak
Ah.
and then like, go down on like a sleeping monster or something, like I don't know. I would like
Yeah.
that. It might be I don't know if it would
Um,
be broken or something, but I think that'd be cool.
To get a little bit back onto topic though with the roadmap and everything,
Right.
and like what came in 3.0 and people being disappointed,
Mhm.
I like what they added.
I'm fine
I
with
think
it.
the only thing that I kind of wish that they did add was maybe more switch skills. Because like I can understand that would probably take a lot, but I just really hope that they add more switch skills in the future.
I think
Because like
yeah.
obviously, I don't know. I think like there's already a lot of customization, but just a little bit more maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you could just call them hunt arts and then just add all them back.
They're distinctly different. They seem to
Wink,
be
wink,
like
nudge, nudge.
they seem to be really intent on just differentiating things like Crimson Glow Valstrax. This isn't regular
Yeah.
Valstrax. It's Crimson Glow Valstrax, which is I think this would be only the second time ever in the entire series where a variant of a monster appeared without the original monster appearing in the same game. The first time it happened, it was with a Scarred Yangaruga in the second generation games, because Yangaruga, when it was first introduced, it was Scarred Yangaruga when it was first introduced. It wasn't regular Yangaruga.
Really?
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
it's so odd. It is so odd, and
Interesting.
And yeah, Crimson Glow Valstrax would be only the second time in the series history where they had the variant in the game, but not the original. And I like, what would be the reasoning behind that? Because like I know they added all these new moves for Valstrax for Crimson Glow, but like that hasn't stopped them before from like adding like a bunch of moves to like a monster. Like Rathalos has tons of new moves, but it's still Rathalos, you know?
Yeah, he took the freaking shotgun from Dread Queen.
Oh yeah,
The
you mean like the
Apex?
one where he like
Yeah,
rears
but-
up his head and it's like like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
stole the shot, and that's dumb fast now too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
is. There's no
Crap
build up.
up, he just boom.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why they made that decision though.
But
I
it's
don't know.
cool
I was
though, because now when I think
looking
about
at
it, when they also incorporated Garuga, they gave him the stupid AoE fireball move when he first joined, the scarred one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they really amped him up in the start when he was introduced in World. So I mean I'm not surprised that they did it for Valstrax, and they just made him slightly faster with more AoE for the most part. 'cause
Yeah, and
he's
he has like
its
the
physical moves have AoEs now, just a little bit more distance covered. And now he has that weird one where it like cross shots those dragon balls.
oh yeah, with
You
the
know what I
the
mean?
turret
He
attack.
does like that X attack, and it like do, and it has this cross thing that going on.
You
and
think
it's
it
really
does
cool.
that? You think he does that because he's from Monster Hunter Cross?
I should probably just leave now.
Well, you know what's funny is
You
because in
think it'd be
Monster Hunter
kinda funny
Story,
because
well, in Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Stories, you know, Glavenus's
yeah.
kinship attack, he does like a cross slash because he's from Monster
oh,
Hunter
does he?
Cross.
I actually forgot already.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't played it. I just
Well, I
remember-
think
I
Glavenus
watched
was
all
like
the
a
super things.
I think Glavenus was like a DLC. So,
Oh, maybe.
but it's a nice callback.
Like
Hey,
that
hey,
thing,
hey,
not just one,
Glavenus,
but
what game
two
are you from?
crosses.
Oh yeah, he just does two. Double cross.
Dude. I don't know. I'm actually really hyped for Rise. I mean, stories coming out. I have that pre-ordered, and I'm against just. Can you imagine? Like, okay, so it doesn't say on the map that we're getting a new monster, but hear me out. Would it be impossible to incorporate that Raise Wing Rathalos? You know what I mean?
They could
Like
totally
a
do that
ground-based one. That would
for
be
like
kind of
yeah,
cool.
for
Where
like
he'll
event
steal
quest.
some like Tigrix moves or something, but still have like insane fireball. Charging up beams. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of neat. It's
That'd
not,
be neat.
it's not have to be a thing, but it would be kind of cool, like an event quest, and then we get like some other thing from stories. You know what I mean? Or like it'll unlock something other than just a layered something. You know,
I think we'll
kinda want
definitely get an
the-
event quest
Yeah.
themed around Monster Hunter Stories. Kind of like, you
Mhm.
know, like when there was the Resident Evil crossover in Iceborne and there was like the special Valhazak
Yeah,
that would inflict
yeah.
zombie
Yeah,
status.
true.
Like, yeah, they could definitely do something like that. It's
Like-
like a
Yeah.
unique spin on a fight. So I
Mhm.
wonder what they would do with, or I mean, the easiest thing to implement here for a Stories 2 crossover would be an event quest that's centered around wyvern riding. Like right at the start,
Huh.
you start on a monster and you do the entire fight mounted on a monster.
Race. What if it was a race?
Or that, yeah. I could definitely see them doing like an event quest where it's like you just start on a Rathalos and there's like the timer is like extended like really long.
Yeah.
And the quest fails if you fall off the monster.
Are you
I don't know.
joust with someone?
Yeah.
That's how
Wait,
they
how
add
do you pull
PvP
that
to
off? You
Monster
only
Hunter.
get
I don't know.
you only get like 2 or 3 wire bug moves, and then you have to recharge them.
Well, again, you
I guess you have to pause and then
You-
yeah.
well, yeah,
Well, what you do?
you kind of
yeah.
have to take it carefully. Because I mean, that's generally what you do with wyvern riding, anyways. Like
Mm.
you have to kind of be careful and like with your wire bugs and everything, so you don't, have that awkward pause or whatever.
The
Yeah, I was
technique
thinking
I've
of
seen.
bonking. That's why I
Uh,
got confused.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
The technique I've seen been used is like, you attack, dodge, and then move a little so that your wire bug immediately refreshes, and then attack, dodge, and then keep that up until, you either launch or use the Punisher.
Yeah.
Rajang's ride is stupid.
beam, 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 beam.
And it keeps targeting me.
I think
I know.
Last night it hit me like 3 times. Like, can we please stop aiming at me?
Oops, the monster got in the way.
It's like riding Basarios, but on steroids, because Rajang's beam comes out so fucking fast, and then you just cancel it. It is great.
It does so much damage as well.
Diablo's 2 was really good. It just forward rush, dodge, forward rush.
That's what it
Really
is.
nice.
Is like when it comes to wyvern riding, it's like you find the one move on the monster that you can just low start up, but hits hard, and then you can dodge cancel after. That's why I don't like riding Almudron that much.
Yeah, he's a weird one.
Yeah, I
don't
think
like Basarios either though for the ride. He's too slow.
Or Rachna.
I think the best thing to do on Almudron would be like the back light attack, and that's the one where he like sends his tail down.
Yeah, that one's a bit quicker.
Like
But
was it when he
everything else
curves
is
from the
hard.
side?
No,
Right, is
that
that
one's
curve from the
that
side
one's the
person?
forward heavy, I think.
Oh, okay.
But his back light is like he'll like just do a 180 and then slam his tail down. I found that one's the it kind of looks like Mizu's tail slam.
Okay.
Yeah. We should make like a tier list of like wyvern riding, like the wyvern riding tier list.
We totally could. I'd love
I'd be
to do
down.
that.
I mean, Rajang would
next
be
time.
Rajang would be top tier for sure. I think.
Oh yeah.
But
I need
don't
to try riding Valstrax more though. I never get the chance to because at this point we're mostly just hunting the Valstrax.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I was riding Valstrax 2 separate occasions to actually like deal damage. The one was the Teo Kushala advanced quest because there's a Valstrax in that one as well. And then the other one was the Rachna Kadaki Valstrax quest.
Lucky.
Oh, speaking of like Valstrax and with other monsters though, have you guys gotten ambushed?
Like
Ambushed.
What do you mean?
While you're fighting, if Valstrax is on the map and you're fighting another monster, sometimes Valstrax would just be like, fuck you in particular, zoom all the way to you, and then the message will pop up that says ambush. And then...
No, that has not happened, but...
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but yesterday we were fighting a Roger and Camelios, and he was on the map. And I was fighting, I don't know, I was stink minking, and it was just kind of fun. I think I just made that a verb now. I'm stink minking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just realized I just said that as a verb, but yeah. So I was using that just to dick around with the Rajang, and I was like, I wonder if you can stink mink twice. So I kept running it right, and all of a sudden I was like, "Crap, is that?" Something was like at like the corner of my screen. I turned to my right. It's just the massive forearm of the Valstrax. I'm like,
like barely misses you with like the spear attack.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
hey.
Like from my perspective, it was like Karada was doing his usual, like, oh, I'm gonna dig around, do whatever, because like he just wants to cause chaos. So he was like leading the Rajang away, and he's like, I wonder if I can do this twice. And none of us noticed that he was actually attracting the Valstrax. So like when I turned around and heard Karada like scream or whatever, the Valstrax was
just kept running in circles in that small area.
And this is different than when you took the basil goose and just like went in circles.
Oh no, because this was completely by accident.
Yeah.
The other time was 100% me.
Can I just say, I have like this running theory that like the portable team just has it out for the world team, where they just want to show them up constantly. So it's like, okay, 2.0 they added Basil Goose, and everyone was like, oh, cool, new invader monster, And then 3.0 comes along, and it's like, all right, so you want to see our invader monster world team? And it even has like a special ambush notification for when it's doing it. You see the ambush notification, Valstrax's theme overtakes whatever stupid monster you're fighting, and then it just crashes into the monster, and like you barely have like enough time to like just be like, oh, look around like at the sky of where it's coming from and stuff. Oh, it is so cool.
Yeah.
Like they need to do that for Basil Goose as well, but they don't. I don't know why.
I think it's fine though because they're probably alluding to the in GU where they give you that warning thing. Like before you first meet Valstrax, I think we talked about this on the last.
Like
podcast.
after that Gravios
before
fight,
you first meet him, it's just like warning. I don't know what it looks like for the ambush thing unless you have a clip.
Well, it's like literally like the notification that comes up on the side, and then there's Valstrax's icon and it says ambush.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something like that where they're like making it a big deal because he's a big deal. Honestly,
it's the same message that pops up when he just uses it normally in a fight. Like if you just fight Valstrax normally and he does his comment move, like it still says ambush there as well. So it's just this time when you're doing it when you're fighting another monster, like in the context of fighting another monster, like you see the notification pop up and you're just like, oh fuck. Then you just have to like look up at the sky and see where it is.
Yeah. Oh man, I know. It's so stressful sometimes, and it's like, oh my god, am I gonna get like the super dive off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It's just like it's so quick.
I saw someone make like a video of like how to dodge the Valstrax dive bomb, and there was like 3 methods, and then one of them was like use your wire bugs to go up and then hang. And I'm just like, don't people just Superman dive? Like, isn't that like
Isn't that
Superman
kinda-
dive done and done? Like,
Yeah.
and then one of the methods was like method 3, Farcast away, and I'm like, who's doing this? Who's doing this? Like, just dive. Just dive.
Come on, man. It's not that hard.
It's like, does that need a whole entire video?
You know what it needs an entire video on?
What?
Longsword countering it though.
Oh my god! Just a.
Again, for context for people, Karada and I were doing that GU event
One-A-san.
quest.
Big Sis Val.
Yeah, Big Sis Val, and I tried to, for whatever reason, counter the dive bomb attack with longsword. I tried to do like the crit juncture. Obviously, you can't do that. And I got one shot.
I cried so hard. I almost died of
Well,
laughter.
it
And
was
then
just-
I wanted to do it.
Yeah, because because I was like, and then he was like, yeah, don't do that.
Can you use Rise's crit juncture against it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if
We
it
never
works in
tried
Rise?
these.
So we
Yeah,
gotta do
yeah,
it
try
today. We
it.
can do it off stream today. But like Forrest would like after that quest, we were trying for so hard to get that quest done through multiple actual hard tries. Like and then that one moment just killed me. And then the one right after that, after she died, and we're both longsword, and it just goes, it's time. I'm like, and what I thought I said was like, you know, like I was trying to say it like really really quick. I was just like, go use it, and all people heard was Kugada Bugada.
You went like full
Like,
Homer
whatever,
Simpson
man.
mode right there. Wait, can you do the Valor parry on Valstrax's Comet Dive?
I don't think so.
You
No,
can't.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I
I,
mean-
don't think you can do any of those parries, like even for dual blades.
Does guard up work on that?
I think you can guard it with guard up. I forgot if I think somebody I was talking to said you could actually iframe it for Valstrax. I don't remember for guarding though
Like-
if you can adept guard.
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna say like an adept guard.
Somebody says that you can't block the crash.
Dual blades.
Oh,
AR.
the adept dodge on dual blades. Yeah,
Oh,
I'd imagine that
yeah,
would
yeah,
work
yeah.
because
Yeah,
that's just
the,
straight up
counter.
invincibility. Yeah. That's just straight up
Yeah, that's
invincibility
true.
frames.
You can do that. It's just kind of stressful to pull off.
I feel that move should not work at least for like beams or something. You don't, cut through a beam like that. You know what I mean?
Sure you can.
Yeah,
Watch me.
you can. Tam,
Sorry.
Let me give you a demonstration right now.
Yeah.
Like get up and
Pulls
just like
out his
start.
gunded sword and just like
I go off
man.
like
shoots
I
through
go
the
off
beam.
camera on this side, and you see me like flop over and just like crush all my shells.
Just dive bombs. into
Like
the-
oh,
Just me sitting in the back. Nailed it.
nailed it. And you guys just carry on for the rest of the podcast, and I'm just like sitting there passed out, like on the ground.
Got like 2 cracked ribs off. Just
Yeah.
like,
I need
What
someone to call the
happens when we need to
hospital.
end this? What happens when we need to end this stream?
Oh, I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
end. You guys just get up and
No.
walk away, and I'm just still live, like just,
Yeah.
just sitting right there.
I'll freaking show them what happened before the stream and how I had to get rid of the dumb stuff before I got it. I had to get rid of the aggression. I just screamed.
But
I know.
so there was also Capcom collabs. So like, what other Capcom collabs would they have? Like, is there any other Capcom games that are coming out? I mean, I know Resident Evil 8 came out recently, but
They
would
didn't
they?
have USJ though, right? They didn't mention.
But that's not
anything for USJ.
Capcom.
No, I'm just saying, like, side note though, like on the roadmap, I didn't remember seeing any USJ.
There
things,
was
right?
no USJ mentions at all.
Okay,
so.
okay. Because I can't. That's the one I'm waiting for,
No.
but I don't know what else for Capcom.
Oh, great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yes, that's right. We need a Herlock Sholmes layered armor. There's a new Ace Attorney game coming out. So they'll probably cross over as that.
Do you think they'll incorporate the new Resident Evil crap?
You see, the thing about that is that game's not even on Switch, so it's like,
I was just kind of random thought. I mean, you could probably do Dragon's Dogma at that point then.
oh man,
That's a little bit of an older one comparatively to the other stuff. With
they've
Dragon's
done
Dogma was good.
everything with Dragon's Dogma except release a sequel to Dragon's Dogma. They've re-released Dragon's Dogma multiple times. They have a Netflix anime. They've made an MMO about Dragon's Dogma. No Dragon's Dogma 2 though. Hey, we're still gauging interest, guys. Just give us another 10 years to gauge interest on Dragon's Dogma 2. Fuck you,
come on.
Capcom. But also I also love you, Capcom. But also,
what if we cross over, bro?
When's
With the
Dragon's
GZ,
Dogma
bro?
2?
Oh,
We're still trying to
man.
gauge interest on Dragon's Dogma, guys. Just give us a couple more years. Like, oh my gosh. We want it.
No, but yeah, I'd really like, even though it's already been out for quite a while, I'd like to see another Devil May Cry crossover.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Can
I
we get
always like
Virgil
those.
this time?
I want
That's
the
what I was
sword,
saying.
bro.
I
Yeah.
want
the
Virgil.
sword.
Give me Yamato.
Well, even just getting Yamato for like longsword, like that would.
What? Okay, so what if when you use the crit juncture wire bug art instead of like the animation it is now? What if they change the animation when you're using like a Virgil skin and it like changes it to like Judgment Cut?
Oh, the slash is
Yeah, like,
incredible. Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, I would actually use that
Bro.
move more if I was able to do that.
I know that would look so cool.
Oh
Man.
You know what Capcom should do? Just sell visual changes for like switch skills and wire bug arts.
That
you
would
know,
be really nice.
like,
I would actually.
I
get
would.
that.
I mean, as much as
Yeah.
I'd hate to admit it, yeah, I would probably buy those as well. You know,
Yeah, I know. I would buy those.
Wait,
that
buy
seems
what?
like something that like if Monster Hunter was like published by like Activision or something, they would probably do something like that.
hmm
What are we buying?
Like just cosmetics for like the wire bug arts themselves.
Yeah, like changing up the visuals, so like how they
Yeah.
appear.
Make them rainbows.
Yeah, like or like get like the weapon trail DLC. You know, make your
oh,
weapon
yeah, we
trails
get-
into stars.
What if you get like the Valor longsword, the shines? You know
Oh,
what I
the
mean?
glow.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
for the fun of it, or like the Mizu longsword mod in
It would be
World.
like.
Oh my
that'd be a
god, that
nice
one's so
callback,
good.
though. Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of
I
cool.
That
like
one's
the
so good.
Astalos glow. You know.
Mhm.
We
Like,
need
I
those
like-
Astalos weapons.
We don't. Wait, what the crap? We don't have an RGB color scheme.
Yeah, no, there's no
Nope.
rainbow pigment.
There's no rainbow.
No
know.
rainbow pigment. First game in a
What the
while that
crap?
hasn't had the rainbow pigment. It's
I
so
know,
I
weird.
it's
just
so
realized
sad.
that we unlocked it in base world from doing every whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, every quest.
And GU was when you did Nakarkos.
Yeah.
Where the crap is it here?
Yeah,
I was
I
wondering,
don't know.
where's my rainbow crap?
I don't know what happened.
Can I
like,
just say like how disappointing it was to go from GU rainbow scheme to World's rainbow
World,
scheme?
yeah.
Like it was just
yeah,
so
Worlds
washed
is-
out.
Yeah,
It was
it's very
so-
subdued and saturated.
Yeah.
Desaturated. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so washed out. You could barely see it. It was like,
Yeah.
bruh.
You
I'm
want
not
like
gonna-
that gamer RGB speed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like when your
come on.
keyboard flickers like that.
Today's stream is sponsored by Razer, so in honor of that, we're gonna be glowing green for this stream, guys. We're gonna be using
We're
the
not
Bolt
sponsored.
Reaver color scheme here. Wait, no, Bolt
We're not
Reaver
sponsored,
flashes
though.
between blue, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bolt blue. It's like a nice light blue. I like that blue too, though.
So
Yeah.
wait, so speaking of Bolt Reaver though, I know this is a little off topic, but it's like something that's been like annoying me. Is that which is the next Fated 4 member we'll see in 5th generation, if we do. Astalos or Gammoth? Or both.
Astalos, please. I need Astalos back, please. Well, it's just like it's something that's on my mind because like if they're trying to do the apexes that are similar to deviants, like are we gonna see all of the original monsters that were deviants then? Like Hellblade Glavenus, Garuga, Astalos, Gammoth, you know, like all of them.
You can fuck right off if you're gonna ask me to fight an Apex Gammoth.
Dude, but hear me out though. That Gamma theme, when they redo the Gamma theme, it's gonna be really good. Like I
Oh,
already
Gamma's theme is
love
really
the
good.
Gamma theme, and
Yeah.
now I'm like, oh my god. If they redid the Gamma theme, I don't even know what I would do with myself.
Oh, I
Ooh,
think
I
we know
even-
what you would do with yourself.
Alright, hold on.
Hey,
crotch was
Hold
huge,
on.
bro. Check this bad boy.
Wait, Gamoth is female though, dude.
It's still
So-
a crotch.
Oh yeah, it is still a
So
crotch.
a chat member also said like Snow Bear and Lagombi. What if like they did
Apex
'cause, like, what if-
Lagombi.
well yeah, like what if they did end up redoing or like adding on a new rampage map so it's a winter? Because then that would also allow Gameth to be there, you know?
Gameth.
Because it wouldn't really
yeah,
make sense for Gameth to just appear like on one of the regular
and you could
Rampage
actually have like Barioth and Gossarag appear in a rampage as
Exactly.
well. Yeah, that's true.
Well, can
That's
they
true.
add a? I want Gossarag to have like a variant thing.
Well, like if we
I wanna
ever get
go
a Rise
nuts,
Ultimate,
bro.
if we ever get a Rise Ultimate,
Boring.
like for sure, Gossarag, Almudron, Bishaten, all the new monsters they added to
Somnicanth.
Rise, like Somnicanth, they'll all get subspecies. That's how it always goes. With Monster
Serial
Hunter.
killer
Yeah.
Gossarag, manslaughter Harag.
Manslaughter.
Really cool.
Yeah,
How
we
would they
just-
explain
like,
that?
Yeah,
How would
some
they-
species have like gone beyond just colors now. You know, you don't have just
Yeah.
green Nargacuga anymore. You get like acidic Glavenus now and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
true.
I thought it'd be kinda
Blackmail
cute.
Valhazak.
I want something really scary though for him, or if he's just like Dainty Little Rinky Dinky or Gossarag, something stupid. You know
I want a
what I mean?
Gossarag, but it has a gun.
So when he drags his arm, it's just a giant cat.
Just a giant cat. No. Like what I want is like he reaches into
Oh
a
my
fur,
God.
just pulls out a Glock, and he's just like.
Well, even when you're like stunned and Gossarag has that really cool moment of
Oh,
like
the swag walk. Yeah.
intimidated, like he's walking up to you. What if like he just pulls out a gun and like holds it to your head or
No,
whatever?
he drags the claw, but his other hand just pulls out the claw.
I want to see.
Now,
It's an
Sonny
instant
Boy
one
Jim.
You know what I legitimately want to see Gossarag do though? I want to see Gossarag have a pin attack where it like grabs you by the leg and just like drags you on the ground while it's like walking,
Ooh,
and then just tosses
that
you.
would be
You know,
that would be
like a
so
body
cool.
bag. You
Oh,
know.
wait, what if it tossed you in the air and it shot like the icicles up in the air with it?
Oh my
and
God.
if you
And-
don't wire
and
dodge
you have
out,
to
you'd
wire
have
fall,
to. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool, dude.
How do you feel about
I've-
those
Because they've been
attacks?
doing that with Magna. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. It's so cool.
You
I
like
know.
it?
When they
I've
did the
said it
demo with
before.
Magna, I was like,
I know.
I'm so scared.
No, I know. Like
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love the pen attacks in this game because it's just like they will punish you really hard if you don't keep your wire bugs.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's just like
Anjanath.
well, because like even with Rajang, it's like in the previous games you had to like flash it to stop it from like
Mhm.
absolutely destroying you.
Or like a slinger
But-
thorn or something.
Watch
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
Rajang
exactly.
do that stupid like shoulder walking. He does
Yeah.
with his arms.
Actually, just like comes up to you this way. He still does that.
Conor McGregor, you know when he does the McGregor walk, he's just like that.
Yeah.
It's like throws you. All right. Cue the music.
True.
I don't know why that's what I forgot. I just like clicked in my head and I was like, why does he move his noodle arms like that? We know they're not noodles. It's
Yeah.
just so weird.
Well, it's like he's supposed to be like winding up a punch, but like it's just the animation just looks so weird when he's doing it.
I know it.
Side
Um,
note, I was fighting when I was teaching martial arts, right? He's a student, but he was older than me. I think he was from, I don't think it was the Dominican, maybe like some other Spanish background. But he told me that he used to practice, like when he would punch, he doesn't punch like, a boxer, it's like a straight whatever or a hook.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you look at my camera, like, the way he punched, it came like from the bottom here. Like he punched like this.
Oh, yeah, he, like-
whipped it out.
Yeah,
And
he's
not
like
a
leading with his
regular
wrist.
flicker, but it came in like curving upward. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it, but like think of it like if you're punching like a whip. And
Well,
it was
yeah,
the
yeah,
strange thing because it came from
It's-
underneath and then goes flick upward, which is really weird.
It's leading with
But
your wrist
then-
rather than your knuckles.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
With Rajang, I was like, I don't know if that's like the effect they're trying to give, or if it's just trying to be this cocky, like, yeah, I'm the king. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
you know what I
but-
just- You know what I just thought of? So you know how they mocapped Rajang for the cutscene against
Mhm.
Kirin? Do you
Yeah.
think they mocapped the same guy doing that? And they were just like, he was like walking over to his lunch. He was like, "Oh, how you doing, sandwich?" And they were just like, "Oh, we got that, use it, use it."
Just like what? quick, turn the camera.
Use that. You got the file. You got the file. Okay, use it.
Export it.
Don't let him know.
Oh, sorry. It's that crap.
Or it's just like a last minute kind of thing. 'Cause it's like, oh crap, we have to ship this out tomorrow. Let's go.
Oh, you're like far away from a Rajang and it doesn't know you're there, so it's like walking on like its hind legs, just like
Yeah.
And then it sees you, it's like,
so
oh shit.
Your man just starts salsa dancing, just like.
Yeah.
And then like when it notices you, it's just like, oh.
Puts away its top hat and everything.
You're not supposed to see that.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to see that. Now you must die. That's why they get so aggressive.
Looking at the stream, I don't know why I just randomly caught my eye now. I remember saying this before the stream, but the little window that we have on the stream, like where a video would normally play, we got these like sparkling lights, and I don't know what triggered it, but I just genuinely thought like they looked like Teostra dust for a hot second. And I went, oh.
Maybe it
I just went, oh,
PTSD.
Well, like in Freedom Unite, it was like barely visible. Like the way to tell if a Teostra or a Lunastra was gonna do the close or the far powder was like the color of the powder. So if it was like, I think it was like if it was yellow, it was doing the close range one. If it was orange, it would do the long range one. The chat room told me this, and I swear to God, I think I had like a 50% success rate in distinguishing whether or not the dust was yellow or orange. And at one point I was just actually convinced my chat room was just gaslighting me and making me think I was crazy that I couldn't tell the difference.
Oh man.
I just don't get hit by it. That's all
okay. All right. Hey, have you played? Well, have you played Karada? Fight Freedom Unite Lunastra and let me know how it goes. You know the charge that Lunastra and Teostra do, where they just like run forward at you.
Yeah. I hate that move.
In Freedom Unite, they would actually lead you. Like if you were sprinting one way,
they would turned.
Yeah, they would lead you. So they would try to cut you off. It's so diabolical.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is so diabolical. I think what the game's doing is it's like calculating like where your hunter is going to be in like
most
about
likely,
like half a second, and then it's like it adjusts the trajectory of the charge. It was so diabolical.
So they set it so it'll curve that way to be like, oh, you thought?
Yep, yeah.
That's kind of cool. That actually is. I like that though.
Imagine if they brought back that AI. Oh my gosh.
And then everyone have to learn how to do that quick turn.
Yeah.
I just really like with the Teostra and Lunastra fights that like you can tell when it's building up to a Nova attack. And it's just like how it looks in Rise, it's just so good.
The flames look very like painterly, you know?
And
I'm
I
sure
like
it's just
that
and I'm sure it's just to like conserve horsepower on your Switch so it doesn't burst into literal flames.
Oh yeah.
But like it looks really stylistic and cool. I love it. I love the way the fire looks.
I think it's just like, I don't know, it's just a mix up of different styles and I just really appreciate it. It's just like it's kind of refreshing to see it after the particle
world, yeah.
Yeah, the particle mess of world, I guess you could
and
say.
And on the PC version of like Teostra and the Rotten Veil literally making people's PCs shit themselves.
Yeah.
Someone came out with like a mod for a performance patch before Capcom actually came out with an official performance patch.
They really?
Yeah.
Somebody got just so fed up with it. I said, I'll do it myself.
Literally, and they did the same with like because PC version also had bugged textures that were low resolution textures, and someone like just modded like, here's your high resolution texture pack.
Oh, when you would like look at the
one patch of dirt.
Well, no. You know when you would like look at Remobras or like anything that's from a distance, and they would go at like 2 frames a second.
Oh
or something?
yeah.
So weird.
Yep. Yeah.
It was just like it was so out of place and so awkward to look at.
Well, while we're on this subject, might as well talk about the rumors, and it is rumors about a potential Switch Pro. And the only reason I put this topic on the docket is because it does affect Monster Hunter. If a Switch Pro does come out, now it is a rumor, but a lot of sites have been picking this up. So like I have the Eurogamer article up now. Nintendo Switch Pro reveal expected before E3, probably for investors mostly, so that they know that they're gonna be working on that stuff, but it's probably aimed at the new Pokemon Legends game, like the open world Pokemon game.
Oh, true.
I don't know if you guys remember that trailer, but it looked like a tech demo.
Yeah.
Didn't look great. Didn't look great, but I feel like Monster Hunter Rise would. I mean, Monster Hunter Rise already runs like really well
Oh yeah.
on the Switch. Surprisingly well. Like, holy shit, the RE engine is pulling some black magic wizardry
I
out of
know.
its
It's
ass.
just really smooth.
Yeah, you got 4
Like-
hunters with like 4 Palamutes all going out at once on this Teostra, and it's still like maintaining 30 frames. It's incredible.
Well, I mean, I was even just like so scared with the game as well because I'm sure a lot of people ran into this bug in the demo where you had like plus like if you had like 50 friends on your friends list, like
Mm,
your game when you played online would just like
Ugh.
take a absolute crap. Like
yeah.
the frame rate was so bad. It actually made me sick at some points. I was like, I can't play this. Like it's
I think
I'm sorry, but like I had to remove so many people from my friends list and I'm still trying to add people back.
that had less to do with the hardware itself, and it had more to do with Nintendo switching to the new network infrastructure. Because because Monster Hunter Rise is actually the first game utilizing this new network infrastructure that Nintendo switched over to. So I think the reason why they limited the demo for Monster Hunter Rise was because they wanted to get that data to like then fix all the little bugs and stuff that were affecting that new network. And I think one of them was the friend list thing, because friend list quantity is like directly related to the network infrastructure. So I don't know if like that somehow affected it. So
Yeah.
and that's why you never see
Well-
that bug anywhere else on the Switch.
Yeah, no, I mean Capcom did confirm that like they got the reports about like that bug and everything, and they like full on said on Twitter like we can confirm that this bug won't be present in the full game, which was really nice, but it was just kind of still frustrating for the first couple of months that we were playing the demo.
You know
just,
what's it makes it really funny when like when you're complaining about it on stream, and then the chat members are like, "Oh, I don't understand, Tab. It runs fine for me. What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Oh, so you don't have any friends? Okay."
Yeah.
I know I say some really mean stuff,
Yeah.
but that one hurt.
Tab, I don't
Well, it
understand. It
was
runs well. Oh, so you don't have friends? Okay, thanks for letting me know that, buddy.
No,
Oh
but
my
that's
God.
literally how it is, and I feel bad, but
Oh.
it's like that is how it is. Like so many people in my chat said like, no, my game's running fine. I was like, really?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Really? Oh.
Oh,
People have to play
interesting.
with.
Interesting, Mister. I have no friends.
Ow.
Oh man! I also noticed that amongst all the articles that we were linking, they all reference specifically that was it Bloomberg or whatever?
Yeah, it was a Bloomberg report, and Bloomberg is they're very investor heavy and kind of reliable. So there's been like a plethora of like Switch Pro rumors for like the last like I feel like 3 years.
Yeah.
But this is the one where it's like, oh, this one's looking pretty likely.
Did you
but
see the one that I posted?
yeah,
Earlier
let me-
today. This one was posted apparently yesterday,
Giz
but
China.
it mentions how that Switch Pro was
Mhm.
apparently on like Amazon Mexico like listing for
Mm.
Amazon. So I don't know why they would throw that in there by accident, but
Yeah,
that was
Amazon
enough for me
listings
to
are
be
always
they
like,
did
yeah,
what?
those are always kind of hit or miss for me, because like I remember like there are a ton of reliable Amazon listing leaks, tons. A lot of them are for like remasters of games. That's how like a lot of people knew about the I think the Twilight Princess HD remaster was leaked on Amazon because of that. But
Oh, true. Yeah.
but there has also been ones where it's like, oh, Amazon Italy it leaked Bloodborne 2. It's like
Italy.
Italy, Italy, iTally,
I tell.
iTally.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, you know, I of course take all these rumors with a grain of salt, but I think it does make for an interesting conversation around Monster Hunter Rise itself and how it would benefit from a Switch Pro. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it already runs so well, and the load times are like super fast. Like, remember
Well-
trying to load into the grinding lands? I said
Oh,
I just said grinding lands by accident.
but
No,
it
you got
that
it right.
But
that is
yes,
that, yeah,
does
that is
apply.
what
Like,
it is.
yeah,
Fighting
um,
lands, but yes.
like literally on PS4, like a full. I felt like 2 minutes to load in.
Oh yeah, no. When I used to stream Monster Hunter World on PS4, it literally had to turn into a podcast whenever I was either trying to load into the guiding lands or into Celiana. It was so bad,
Yeah,
especially if I was in an online hub.
yeah.
It was just
Imagine.
like what?
Me running the PS5, not having to worry about any of this.
Ugh.
Yeah, imagine you using
what's a
your
PS5?
PS5.
No.
What's a PS5? I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's just a really cool thing that takes up too much space on my desk that I never turn on.
I've never seen one. In fact, I'm convinced they're fake. I'm convinced everyone who has a PlayStation 5 is just faking it. You just like took a piece of cardboard and then like gave it like a white vest.
Crud, I'm sure you're staring at it right now.
Look at it right now,
Yeah,
in all its
like,
glory.
Look at
powered
your
off forever.
little light up cardboard piece
God.
of shit,
I played
motherfucker.
Call of Duty for 30 minutes, and all that was just installing the game that never fully installed. It was so dumb, bro.
I know. Like
The most powerful piece of hardware, and I'm
It
stuck
was-
on downloading the game while I have a physical disc. I'm
Well, yeah, 'cause, like, we were-
what?
we were in a call that one night and you
Ugh.
literally shared your screen with me of just like how long it was gonna take for it to install, and it said
Mhm.
something crazy. It was like,
It was like 9 hours, and I was like,
yeah.
Well, like on the subject of PlayStation 5, though,
yeah.
it kind of goes back to why the roadmap for Rise might seem so barren. Do you think they're trying to get more hands on deck to work on the next generation Monster Hunter game? Like
Already?
the first 6th generation? Yeah, 6th generation Monster Hunter game on new hardware. I feel like that's gonna have to be a lengthy development
Like
cycle.
on the
Maybe
Switch Pro or whatever.
on
though,
the
or
PlayStation
if
5.
I was gonna say this earlier,
okay.
but I feel like if they're gonna be, if like let's say a Switch Pro does come out, I think instead of a 6th gen, I think it's just gonna be the
Rise
Ultimate
Ultimate.
version.
Rise Ultimate,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
like the
yeah.
Rise
Be able to
Ultimate
play
will
it from
be.
PC, Switch, and PlayStation. Xbox,
Oh, yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're not gonna put probably just Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch Pro. They'll just upgrade it to Ultimate at that point, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
like upgrade everything.
And
So
it'll come out at like the same time
honestly-
as PC, probably.
my assumption is the reason why they're releasing less now is to prepare it for the PC version,
Mm.
because that still needs to come out in
Oh, and then when they
2022.
update
Yeah.
everything together, they'll release something crazy
Exactly.
like Behemoth
Yeah.
again. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like the less that
Huh.
they have to work on for the PC version, the better. I'm guessing that they're finally realizing.
Would you
You know?
guys want the? Would you guys want another Behemoth though? Like if
I'd
we
be
had to
down.
fight in
Like
Rise,
a
that'd be
crossover, like a
kinda-
crossover.
be
Yeah,
down.
but would it? That'd be kind of cool to fight him again in Rise, with we're like zipping and dodging
Well,
all
yeah,
around
I
him.
would love it,
exactly. Even with the wire bug and everything, like that could be a lot of fun. Yeah.
We'll leave alone Extremith though. We'll leave him there.
But you know what's funny is
Point
that
it down.
Behemoth would be fun.
the director of Final Fantasy 14, Yoshi P, was mentioning, he's like, "Oh, I would love to do another Monster Hunter crossover. I would like to have Rajang in our game this time."
That would be so cool.
A Rajang
and then they
fight
give
in
us like a
FF14.
chocobo.
Yeah.
Kulu,
Oh, yes, and
we'll
then
do. They do a
Apex.
repeat. They do a repeat of the Kulu Yaku quest.
But
I
it's
was
just
gonna
Where it has the
Apex
crystal.
Yaku.
Yeah.
Where we just have to like piece it around and everything, and while
Yeah.
it's like
More
continually
wyvern
growing.
riding.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, wyvern riding chocobos. Oh my gosh. There's a mod that
Mhm.
turns the Kestodons into chocobos in Iceborne.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
But they piss
That
me off because they
became-
keep running into me, so I
Yeah, I
think they
know.
have to
Like, what
die.
happens if you murder them? Like, oh
No,
man.
they make Kestodon noises with their
Oh, that's
chocobo.
not as cute anymore. I would have thought that, if they did that, they might have wanted to have the audio too, but all right.
Are Kestodons in Rise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why can I not remember them?
They're in that. We fought it with the Diablos area. Remember, I was
Sandy
saying, "What the crap?
Plains.
Why is it running into me?" That was the Kestodon.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I think
Remember,
I
I
was
had to
trying
kill
to.
all of them, and they were like, "Oh, don't forget." No. They looked at me funny. It was in
Yeah,
self-defense.
yeah. No, I remember that now. I was thinking that they would be more in like the lava caverns for some reason.
Yeah. What?
But
What does the lava caverns have in terms? Oh, I guess it has Oroctors and
the
Rhinopolis.
it has
duckies, the tiny
it has the
duckies.
little
Yeah.
well, it has
Oroctor.
like the little spiders and everything.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and arachnoids. That's right.
yeah,
The duckies.
and like the clacks.
You know, when I
Clacky
was first playing Rust, it didn't even occur to me that the arachnoids were like tiny spiders until like I saw Rachna Kadaki and I was like, oh, right, there was a spider monster in this game. I'm such a dumbass.
Did you know what it's supposed to be based off of? Is like an
Oh.
assassin spider, aka known as the pelican spider.
Oh yeah,
aka
pelican spiders are
really
sick.
ugly.
Like the way
You-
their heads lurch up and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
so ugly, bro.
You showing that on your stream yesterday was ugh.
Hey, there's always
I
time to show off pelican spiders.
Yeah.
Ugly though. Hey Tam, what's that bottom screen for? You want to show them a pelican?
Oh.
You want to
No.
see how ugly these
No.
things are?
So what you
No.
what you don't see is those little lights are all just a bunch of spiders.
Tam, why?
Oh, but they have blast blight.
Don't touch them; they'll
So they're all
explode.
just exploding.
Yeah.
What would a Rachna Kadaki
Oh.
subspecies be?
We were talking about like a blue one.
Like a dread king. It can fly now.
Can we like?
It's gonna like shoot its webs to the ceilings and just go.
Oh,
picking
just like
at you,
Spider-Man.
from the
Well,
sky.
like Shrouded
Yeah.
Nursilla and 4 Ultimate did that. Like literally with Spider-Man up into the air and then
Oh, I
start
like the
swinging.
little dangly thing it does though. I miss that move.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one's kind of
Yeah.
fun to watch it do that.
Yeah.
Or when it sleeps
Yeah,
upside down.
Sleeps
like
upside down.
Yeah,
like,
it would like
Mhm.
hang itself.
And
Yeah.
lick the poison while it's like sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I miss Drusilla now.
No, but what if
you
like
for,
well, what if
two
like even with
Spider-Mans?
Brachna we got like a furry one instead of one that would
Oh no furry spiders, please! Oh my god, that just makes my skin crawl.
I can't bring up a picture of a pelican spider, and you want a furry like tarantula running around the
We're
map?
trying to make the spiders look less realistic, okay?
We're trying to keep people here playing the game.
Yeah.
for
You know what's funny is that I remember reading I remember reading a long time ago that the original concept art that they had for Nursilla was actually too close to a real spider, so they had to add more bits to it to make it look more out of this world, you know?
They did a good job on it because I don't recognize it as something I want to smash with a
Yeah.
freaking like broom or whatever.
Yeah, like
a
specifically for people with like arachnophobia and stuff. That's why, like, you know, Skyrim has those mods where it just replaces all the spiders with like bears, because like so that people with arachnophobia can play the game.
Wait, they did what?
In Skyrim, there's a mod that replaces like all the spiders with bears.
A bear,
Yeah.
like a massive bear crawling on the ceiling with webs.
Well, no, it's like the bear model, but it's like it just like, you know, it's where the spiders would spawn.
What, like a giant bear, or are we talking like
I don't
a little
know.
teeny baby?
It's like a regular sized bear.
Because it would scare me if it was a regular sized bear hanging from the ceiling via webs.
Well, I mean, it's still
That would
supposed to.
scare me a little bit more.
It's still supposed to scare you, but like people with arachnophobia would literally not be able to play the game. So,
That's fair though. It's a good addition though.
that's also
For-
why
to
in
cover that.
Bloodborne, the worst enemy in Bloodborne are those realistic looking giant spiders. You know that one spot in the Nightmare of Mensis where there's the giant spider that's just like hanging on the ceiling with a bunch of smaller spiders, and
No,
it's like just
I
a
still need to
realistic
play
looking
through.
spider. Oh my
I
god.
still need to play through the game.
Oh, so I just spoiled you. I'm sorry. I thought
Well,
you played
no.
it through already.
No.
No. She
I,
always says she'll finish it, but
Ah,
but
so good.
I stop. For context, Karada gets like this really smug look on his face whenever, yeah. Maybe when I do my 1,000 follower thing, I'll pick it back up and everything. I mean, I have
actually.
to if I'm, yeah.
For truth,
you're already 1,000 followers.
Well, no, I'm saying like when I do my 1,000 followers stream,
Oh.
like because my plan is to go play all the games that I've played like over, the year. leading up to now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play some Bloodborne because I played Bloodborne like I don't even remember when. I think it was back in November. I want to say. So yeah. I don't even remember where I got to.
You
Still
went
need a
from
sequel.
Slime
man.
Rancher to Bloodborne.
Yeah, she's
You went
all
from,
over. Yeah, you're all
Slime
over the map
Tokyo
when it.
to, freaking
You're
ugly
all
spiders
over the
everywhere.
map in terms of like indie games and like best selling like franchises. Just like a
Yeah.
whole. Yeah.
I just really didn't know what I wanted to play back then. That was before I turned to GU full time, so I was like, meh, I'll give this a shot.
You're welcome.
Speaking of best selling though, Monster Hunter Rise just broke 7 million units sold.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That's a crazy amount.
that's crazy. So for comparison's sake, Monster Hunter World, and this is like only what month 2?
2 months.
Yeah, 2
in.
months. So
Yeah.
obviously it's gonna slow down, but 7 million
And
stuff in the
it's
scuff.
only
On the Switch. Yeah. So when it comes out on
Alone.
PC, those
True.
are probably
You're
gonna
gonna
rocket
double
up.
up again.
Yeah. To give you context, in the entire lifetime for Monster Hunter World, it sold 17 million units, which is Capcom's best-selling game of all time, beating out Street Fighter 2, and that includes every version of Street Fighter 2, which is quite the feat.
Mhm.
And before that, the like Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate sold 4.3 million units. So Rise like blew GU out of the water. It's good shit. Monster Hunter making its way up there. Only 2 months, 7 million.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's crazy, dude.
Hey,
What do you
Karada,
got?
how about you laugh about how he said feet?
He said feet, and I thought Ryu has like size 50 feet, bro.
Yeah, I know
Ryu's-
exactly
Have you
where
seen
it's-
those? Have you
Just
seen those?
massive
Have you seen the
teeth, bro.
hands and feet on those Street Fighter characters? They're like
It's absurd,
absurdly
bro.
large. The
I can just see it like building up with you, Karada.
the justification. So there is actually a justification for why Street Fighter characters have like huge hands and feet. It's not just like
Really?
stylistic choice, but it's also so that it's easier to read like in a fighting game context of like where the limbs are.
And
Oh.
someone had to design those feet a million times and had to make sure they looked massive.
Yep.
every
Someone had to
single
look at
time.
Ryu. Someone had to look at Ryu's feet for like 8 hours a day for like 2 weeks
Somebody
straight.
spent looking at toes for 8 hours a day. Yep. Just-
It's like,
that looks
I
muscular enough.
know where every pore on Ryu's toe is. Like, oh,
Ugh.
oh, it's
I
a
don't know
curse.
why that's like as soon as you said it, I just thought of the freaking just massive. Because you know what it was? It was World when they incorporated that quest there.
Oh, they look
and
so
did the
goofy.
crossover.
Yeah.
But what I hated was that you have to do the full layer.
Mhm.
I wanted to do like, what if I just had the arms or just the outfit alone, and then have these really skinny Monster Hunter arms? You know what I mean? You know how funny that would have been, or
Well,
like
God.
everything from Ryu except the massive feet.
I think
bro.
there's actually a
That's
mod
gonna
that
be funny,
separates them.
man.
I think there's actually a mod that separates them, and depending on the combination
Yeah.
that you have, it like might turn your whole torso invisible and just stuff like that. All sorts of crazy shit. Whenever those modders try to separate the layered armors, like the full layered sets, into like individual pieces, it would just like break the model.
Yeah.
So yeah, they
I
were
didn't
always.
play around too much with mods and for World. I mean, I have it on PlayStation, but I
Mhm.
didn't. Obviously, don't.
Honestly, they
around
should have
and-
just given us Ryu's gi instead of just making us Ryu. You know?
or just give us like the individual. Like you have more fun, like as the player at least.
Mhm.
You would have more fun mix and matching all the event crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like, what if I had like the face of what the crap is the chick's name?
Sakura.
Sakura. What if like I had her face but with Ryu's body? You know, like how like dumb crap like that would have been really funny, but like it would have made the game more enjoyable, and like you get more people like, oh, let's see what other goofy combinations we'd have. You know what I mean?
I was just talking about his
Horizon
like gi.
Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying like Horizon Zero, you look like Horizon, and then what massive Ryu arms and feet. Like you know,
Yeah.
just like crap like that. Or you have The Witcher, and well, I don't know, you can't really do much with The Witcher. He just I like, I don't know, his outfit's okay in my opinion.
His
I
outfit is
think
just
it's
so
It's okay.
basic. It's like the basic
Yeah.
chain armor set. It's
feel
like
they
I
need
I
a
always thought
cooler
it was
outfit
really
in the game series, right?
yeah, I think
feel
you
like
can
they
get
need a
cooler
cooler
outfits. I've
one.
never played it, but like I've seen people play the games and they have like a better outfit. So yeah, the
I'm
Did
also
you
default
just-
armor is
ever watch
like,
the
eh.
show? Did any of you watch the show?
Oh, I've watched a few
Hey,
episodes.
the
Yeah,
show is freaking dope, dude.
it's cool.
Show
I
is
gotta
dope. I
watch
can't
it.
wait for season
Yeah,
2.
Henry
Oh, yeah,
Cavill
I'll add it to
looking
the
like a
list.
snack.
Oh,
What?
That's a man.
That's a man right there, guys.
Wait, what's the movie I'm talking about? What the crap is it called? Witcher. Okay.
The Witcher.
But I just really hope for Rise they don't like if they're gonna do collab events and everything, like obviously they are, but like if they bring back armors from those games, I really hope you don't have to equip the entire set at once. Like with like certain like for the Assassin's Creed one, you couldn't mix and match it. So like
Oh,
you
so
can
not just
ready
layered. You mean like the
Oh
actual?
yeah. Oh, like the
pieces.
actual armor itself, like the ones with the stats
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
like I really hope that you're able to mix and match it,
That would be nice. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like the
Yeah.
Dante one or the
Yeah, exactly.
the Final Fantasy
What
14
reason
one.
would they have to having to only keep the one look? It's not like you're
Just because
stealing the
it's
look. You work
because it's
for it. You
easy
got the
to
collab
import.
already.
It's easy to import the model. Like literally for the
Oh,
Street
that's
Fighter ones,
true,
they
yeah.
just literally imported the model from Street Fighter 5 and called it a day. Same with the Resident Evil ones, like Claire and Leon. Literally
Yeah.
just import the model. We'll be done with it. Yeah.
They have an FBI look.
Oh, a lot of people can get mileage out of that.
I don't play around with that. I'll have fun with that
I
later.
mean, imagine if you could just use Claire's imagine if you just use Claire's pants, like the jeans that she had. People would do so much with those. 'Cause she just has
Can we have
jeans.
more Baki setups where I could have like my naked hunter again? Like I want my absolutely ripped bodybuilder.
Oh yeah, you had that one with like
I
with all the
miss that
scars and
crap,
stuff, right?
man. Yeah, that's like my staple
Yeah.
look in GU.
Like, what's the closest you could go full shirtless for a male character in Rise? I guess like the Ludroth top, or I guess it's called
Ludroth?
the Droth top. There's a Royal Ludroth set, and then there's like a regular Ludroth set. But it's kind of like a caveman, like just wrap around your chest. But I think that's the closest you
Huh.
can get to like a true shirtless look.
I
Mhm.
think I played around with the Dober. I might have to turn on my Switch. Hold on. I tried to look around with what I could play with because like it bothered me that I didn't have that option.
Mm-hmm.
I'll deal with it, but it like bothered me. I was trying to like, what the crap? Where did it go?
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me see if I can find it. Oh,
Okay.
what the crap? I have that installed.
Well,
I got
why
knocked
don't
out sleep
you
on,
go find it? We should probably take a break as well,
Yeah.
and then we'll return with our special interest topic, which is what is it this week?
smart AI monsters.
Do we? Do
Oh,
we?
We talked
no.
about this last night, and I thought it was actually kind of a neat idea to like actually talk about it here and see what
We could.
you or anybody in chat would think about it.
We'll hash that out, but let's take a quick break here. We will return in approximately 5 minutes. So until then, enjoy the music, everyone. We'll be right back. Ooga booga.
Ooh.
Oh
Huh.
crap!
Were you vibing?
It was almost
Yes.
a calamity.
Yeah.
We were talking about how like, oh, you're like, oh, 1 minute, oh, perfect. We could just start singing that stupid Mizu theme now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you said Ooga Booga, and I went, oh my god, did he undefinitely heard that?
Yeah.
It's just
No,
kind of
I didn't hear
funny.
that. I didn't hear that. Like literally,
Oh,
as soon as I
yeah.
undeafened, I said ooga booga.
Leading up to it, we were just going. "Wah."
Dang it.
But right before the break, Karada, you brought up something really interesting about monster AI.
Oh yeah, so last night when we did the multi-stream, somebody in chat brought up like, oh man, wouldn't it be kind of cool if we had like incorporated a monster that was always like learning according to how you're growing.
Oh,
And I was talking to a friend about this who also does like game or just in general like development AI.
hmm
So like I brought up the point that if you had a monster that, or I guess they brought up the point that if you had a monster that always growed while you're fighting it, like in Monster Hunter, how would they feel about it?
yeah.
My take on it was terrible idea. I was just flat out like, no, it wouldn't work
Yeah.
because depending on how great you are as a hunter will be
Mhm.
how much harder it is against that monster. And on top of that, the more you change up your style, the less you give yourself chances to actually beat the monster. And if you're like, say for me, right? I'm just picking up dual blades again, but
Hmm.
people think I'm a light bowgun main, but I use greatsword like as my favorite weapon.
Right.
If I use any of those three and then I had to like at the last resort pick up Lance, I'd have to learn Lance on him, or I would learn Lance first, come back to him, and then still get bodied if I don't do good enough. And by that time, he already understands how to fight against my
So are
mains.
you saying like a monster, like say it like flies, and then you like start using flash bombs against it, and then like maybe the
It stops
third flash,
flying or some
like
crap.
or like it covers its face
Yeah,
whenever you
yeah,
like try to use it, like something like that.
some crap like that. That's what when it was given to me. That the argument originally was AI smart, like monsters that learn.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, terrible idea. I don't think it would be good for them to have a monster that would like just constantly grow. Not because it's too tough. Like I love a challenge,
Right.
but I think that hitting a wall at some point of a monster you cannot beat would make the game less fun. And if you're trying to cater to a game
Right.
that you want to do well, you want it to do across the board for anybody who plays the game
And
casually
like
or speedrunners.
yeah, and the whole like mantra of Monster Hunter is always like if you fail, then you learn. You study what the monster's doing, and you learn to like learn where your openings are and what you can do to improve upon yourself to actually overcome the fight until like the moment where you actually beat the monster and you feel like you've mastered it to a degree. If you have a monster that is able to adapt to you, then you lose out on that experience. You don't get that
Yeah.
opportunity to learn because the monster's learning against you. So you're like, oh, well, I just
Mhm.
learned what to do against this monster, but now the monster's like spitting it back in my face. So to a degree, I do agree. I don't know,
Yeah.
Forrest, what do you think about that?
Well, personally, I kind of like the idea. It's just more of like, again, if it's in a single fight where the monster starts off like just normal and then starts to grow, and then
Mhm.
like after you kill the monster and everything, it like and you start up the quest again, it goes back to normal. It
Yeah,
starts off
yeah.
again. Like obviously not growing throughout
Yeah.
Although that would
over the
be,
extent.
oh,
Like I think that would be much cooler and much more understandable in a way.
mm-hmm.
Um
I
because
wouldn't
then
want to
like you could
start a monster dumb though before you actually get him,
well, I'm not saying that like
kick
the
into gear.
monster I'm not saying that the monster is like super duper easy. I'm
Right.
saying that it's gonna move like a regular monster, but then pick up on mannerisms,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly start to like, punish you for certain things that you're doing,
Right.
and like become more lethal as the fight goes on. Kind of like a
Because
Narwa in a
that's
way where
OP.
it's like,
This makes
well,
me
no,
this.
Yeah.
it's just more of like where, in the All Mother fight, where it's like in
Mhm.
the last half of the fight, Narwa starts to hit really hard and really quick. So, it'd be cool if like, a monster, like more monsters take on that mechanism and everything, where it's like that adrenaline's kind of kicking in and it fights harder.
You know what this
It's
reminds me of is
yeah.
go ahead. Would you?
My idea of what like for Force thing about the for the changing thing. That's like if the monster hits like 50% health pool and it fights like a different, it adds another move or two.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say that the monster's learning. It's just a new script or added, script on top of
Yeah.
whatever's already there. But
Yeah.
like if you're saying that it's an AI that's learning, like when I brought up the point yesterday that if you like the friend that I talked to, like the development AI crap, right? He made a bot, I guess, like to play against for like chess.
Mm-hmm.
The more you play against that supercomputer that's just finding like by the 20th time out of 50 that you've already lost, like it's just not fun anymore of playing the same game and trying to outsmart the
Because
thing
it
that's
feels
literally outsmarting
impossible.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could try it as many ways as you want. This is like a very simple scale. But then when you broaden it to Monster Hunter, it's once you've exhausted all of the weapons you already know and then have to learn something new and still butcher it, at some point after the first one or three tries you get to actually complete it, you're not going to get much farther because it needs some sort of wall there to say rather than it's a learning AI, it could have like three different attack patterns depending on like the weapons there. Or
Mm-hmm.
if you get it like to half health, then it fights like a different thing. I forgot what we like like the like Behemoth. He's
Yeah.
not like a smart AI where he's learning the how the hunters fight. He just at different areas because you hit that DPS check would use different stuff, and
script
that makes
changes,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be to say that he's learning how to counter you because someone was saying like, oh, it adds more personality to the monster when really it's just countering your own. It's not adding
So
anything to it. It's
let's
just saying it's
apply,
whatever you
yeah.
do, but
Let's
opposite.
apply that to a monster that already exists. So let's say Nargacuga, for example, right? Nargacuga has the pouncing move where it does like the 2 swipes and then it jumps to another position and then it does the pounce and then it
Mhm.
taunts
Yeah.
afterwards, right? What you're
Mhm.
saying is like, say like it does the taunt and you're like the player is benefiting a lot off of the taunt because they're able to get damage. So then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, Nargacuga picks up on that and then instead of taunting does like a quick swipe or something. Like is that more what you're saying right there where it's like the player is beginning to adapt to this move a lot on the monster, so the monster is just like, no, fuck you. I know where my opening is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Like,
leaving
yeah.
myself open there.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it does feel like counterintuitive to like what Monster
Yeah.
Hunter wants you to do, where it's like, oh, you want to learn the openings, and then it's like once the monster like also learns its openings, and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'll just cover my own holes. This
Yeah.
reminds me of like, and I'm just gonna talk about a completely different game here, but not Monster Hunter, Batman Arkham City. If you guys have played that game, there is a
I heard about it.
there's a boss fight in that game where so like in Batman Arkham City it's like an action game with like some stealth elements as well, so you have like multiple ways of tackling any given encounter. And in this particular boss fight, I'm talking about the Mr. Freeze boss fight for anyone who's familiar with Arkham City. There's multiple ways that you can do damage to the boss. So like you can do things like hiding under the grate and then surprising him and then punching him, or like breaking a power box to make it electrify him, or you know coming at him from above. Every time you do one of those maneuvers, he then like accounts for it the next time. So you can't do the same thing twice. So like for example, if you do the grate takedown from like underneath him, then after you do that grate takedown, he'll like freeze all the grates around him so that you can't do that again.
Yeah.
I think something
That's
like that, like it's cool in that game, in that in that one particular encounter.
Instance,
So
yeah.
when you take that to Monster Hunter, I think in certain ways it can work. Say like monsters, for example, already have a built-in flash bomb tolerance, so that you can't abuse it. But how about like if you have a monster where like you only get one flash bomb after you use one flash bomb, other time you like throw a flash bomb, instead of getting stunned, it does like an animation where it like covers its face. Or say if you use a barrel bomb against it, next time it sees a barrel bomb, it'll like use a ranged attack against the barrel bomb. So you do get a freebie. You do get a freebie like a few times.
Just killed you.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
You do get a freebie against it once with like any given like method. I'm not talking about like benefiting from damage off of it. I'm talking about like using tools. So you can't abuse a tool. So like let's say like you use a shock trap against it and then it gets shock trapped. Okay. Next time you set down a shock trap, it uses a ranged attack to like destroy the shock trap instead, because now it knows what that does.
Never go around it.
Yeah, or that, you know.
Just literally looks at it and just goes, "No, I'm going over here."
Yeah. I think in that
Leaps over it.
I think in that context, a monster like that could work, but the example I had before of the Nargacuga, I think that would be unfun.
Yeah.
So it depends on how the AI decides to adapt and like what it decides to adapt against, you know. I don't know. And I what you were saying about how the chat member was saying it gives the monster personality, I actually kind of agree to an extent. Like a monster whose gimmick is that like it's like intelligent, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the monster's gimmick is that it's never the same monster.
Mm.
It's never the same monster it was originally built to be. It like you'll have say a speedrunner's version of that monster will be different than a 12-year-old Timmy just trying to hit the thing and hopefully
Right.
it dies.
Oh yeah, I think that would be, I don't know. I wouldn't like that as much.
What we were also mentioning like on the development side, like implementing that type of system was that
Mhm.
imagine the monsters now with 4 people, 3 monsters per stage while they rotate out, and then on top of that, it had to
Hmm?
take all the data from 4 different hunters, and your game starts running at like 2 FPS
Right.
because it has to change the script
Right.
as it's learning.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
not work, bro.
No,
Well,
not like
Which is
yeah.
good, but it's
With
not gonna be like
with the hardware that we have now, that type of
Mhm.
monster would be impossible.
To give it context, this
Yeah.
chat member brought it up last night because apparently an original Monster Hunter developer, like on the PSP, said that they wanted to develop this monster at one
Okay.
point.
So this is an idea
So,
that has legitimately floated
so
around in Capcom.
this
Oh,
was
I'm
an
sure it
idea
definitely has, though.
before. Well, this was an idea before multiplayer and everything. Like before it was
Mhm.
really a big thing in the Monster Hunter series. So like this would be a solo monster,
Hmm.
you know. So like if they were to develop this in this game, let's say in Rise, it would probably have to stay to solo, you know, to Village.
Yeah.
And just not appear in the hub because yeah, I could see that not going down well.
And Monster Hunter has had solo only monsters before. Like Monoblos has never fought in multiplayer. It's impossible to
that's
fight
true,
Monoblos
yeah.
in
You?
multiplayer. Yeah,
Really? I thought 4 you had those random
No.
generated maps so you can hunt
it
together
does,
with
but
one another.
Monoblos can only be fought single player.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Absolutely true. Yeah, Monoblos can never be fought in multiplayer. I don't know why. It's like some weird tradition that they have, and they're gonna stick with that. But also, there's kind of a version of this monster that I think I kind of want, and it's say a monster that you fight throughout the entire story. Say you have like 3 different encounters against this monster. The first time you fight the monster, and this would have to be a flagship monster. But like the first time you fight it, it's like relatively easy. It leaves itself open a lot, stuff like that. The second encounter would be like, let's say like, you progress in the village a bit more. In the second encounter, the monster starts accounting for certain openings and like has like kind of more adapted to you. But like it's not adapting during the battle. It's more like the monster's AI improved in between fights. And then like where like the ultimate fight against this monster, like the third encounter, would be like the toughest encounter you have against this monster, you know?
You mean like the difference between low, high, and G rank? Where that's kind
Well,
of what
no. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. No, that is what that is, I
Well,
guess.
Tim has had his own moment.
But like yeah, no. Yeah. I'm trying to think about it in like a way that's like more
I
substantial, but
get
like
what
yeah.
you mean, but ultimately, that's what it would boil down
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. I mean, well,
That's
Dang.
why I'm saying if like if
First
it's
layer
well
already in G
between
rank
between like
and then pushes forward.
yeah. I mean, most of the biggest difference would be like from high rank to G rank, right?
Mhm.
Because like low rank Rathian and high rank Rathian, it's kind of the same game plan until you get to G rank where she just has like a frame 1 charge, and you're just like, oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like,
Every time too.
but I'm like talking more in the context of like contextualize it within the story. So like, say this monster doesn't have like its third form has like a hardened shell, whereas
Like
its like second form doesn't really have a shell at all, you know?
You mean like Gore Magala into Shigaru Magala?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean
kinda.
the monster that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
but here's the thing: they've grown and then stuck to one script. It's in this one bubble, right?
yeah.
But we're talking about, say, if a G rank monster, or I guess high rank for now, but if a high rank monster within Rise continued to grow, so like we also had this argument that I'm gonna pause on that idea, that in GU they brought up the EX as being like the pinnacle of whatever,
Mhm.
and those were really tough challenges, but they were still within the same bubble, right? Diablos
Right.
was roar, rush, giant tea kettle pot, boom, whatever, right? If
Yeah.
it was any other deviant, they have their own little combinations, whatever. When you go to Rise and you're saying, oh, hey, for this specific type of fight, which I would imagine would be in an arena either way, but if it's consistently growing without some sort of like wall that we're talking about, it would never give you an opening at some point, or you'd never know what you'd want to do against it because You've exhausted all the ideas that you personally could come up with until somebody else tells you. But then at that point, with a monster that will always learn, you'd only have people who learn how to do Hame beating this thing.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or speedrunners that don't give it a chance. But even then, even when you speedrun it, it's learning against you. Maybe it won't give you the chance anymore for dual blades to adapt because it'll do some other attack that'll knock you out of it.
Or if there was
You
like
know
a
what I mean?
monster that like adjusted its game plan depending on what your armor skills were. So if you had like earplugs, it wouldn't roar at all because it knows that it's not gonna work.
It'll charge its head. Boom! and it just
Yeah,
runs
they're just like
forward.
or if you don't have tremor resistance, it starts like abusing tremors. But if you do
And,
have
like,
tremor
Yeah.
just
resistance, it
get
doesn't
its
do it.
pop and then just do the tippy tappies with Chameleos, but
Oh
it'll
yeah,
just
like yeah. That would be
Oh,
It's
so
hard to implement. That's what I'm
sinister.
saying. Like, it wouldn't be good. And then there's that wall for not everybody can get into it. There's a community around everything, right? And you'll always find like the people that are like the elites of that game or like the speedrunners of that game.
Oh hell yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you have to build the game unless if it's specifically made for, oh, hey, these are speedrunners. Like, this is like a game made for speedrunners or like high difficulty whatevers,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Hmm.
But you can still be an okay player at like Dark Souls without having to be guys who just roll and do the no naked armor crap and run through the whole game in a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could still do crap like that, but you wouldn't build one specific wall that nobody can get through, whether you're new or old. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That wouldn't do good for sales, in my opinion. Saying like, oh hey, at some point you're just never gonna fight this guy because it's not worth it. And then what type of reward do you give for a monster that good?
And that's why these armchair game developers on Twitter who think they know better than developers like aren't working in game development because there's a lot of like super competitive people will be like, oh, why'd they make this decision? Why'd they make this decision? And then like you see like much casual players defending it. It's because it works for the casual player. It doesn't work for the competitive player, and the same can be said about other aspects as well, where the inverse is argued as well. So it's like they are trying to strike that balance, and the reason why you have this like disparity between these two groups is because they are trying to strike that balance. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like, it's so difficult. It's so incredibly difficult to find that
Yeah.
balance. But it's incredible that Monster Hunter can appeal to so many different types of players in the first place. Like you
Make
got
everything
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
more fun. And they reinvent the wheel multiple times, and each time it just gets stronger, or
Mhm.
just a much more entertaining version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus one change that they have made. There's only one
Oh.
that I've had a small gripe with.
Wait, let's try to take a guess here. Was it a change in Rise?
Yes.
Oh, specifically in Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically in Rise. I'm trying to think of what this would be.
From World to Rise or from GU to Rise?
Yeah, World to Rise too.
From
Yeah,
World
GU
to Rise.
too.
Oh, okay.
Both. Yeah.
What?
Hmm.
And it's a mechanical change,
Mm-hmm.
a gameplay mechanical change. It's not like oh, they don't have my crappy looking iron armor anymore.
No,
Or
that's
iron
not
weapon.
Well, no. Yeah, I was trying to think like, oh, I know that you've complained a lot about missing Valor Heavy Bowgun, but
No, I miss it because that's just easy mode.
It's
that I
just
could read
easy
chat.
mode. It's just when
I'm
you just wanna-
sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want to just look at the look at chat and be like, oh yeah, that's dying, and I just look back at chat.
What's the change that's got you miffed?
So when we're talking about casuals defending this or like older veterans wanting that challenge,
Yeah.
the change that they remove cool drinks and hot drinks actually
Mm.
kind of bothers me because it's just another element of be prepared. Making
Right.
your whetstones, go from
Yeah.
limited to infinite,
The thing,
infinite. There, infinite.
right?
I'm trying to remember English, but like changing like the cool drink and hot drink to don't worry about it, just hunt. It's nice, but in terms of like you as a hunter, you should be prepared. If you're going into like this snow cavern, you should
Mm-hmm.
bundle up. You should bring that hot drink. If you're going to the desert and you're still wearing dumb armor and cool drinks are what keep you cool, you should be bringing cool drink. Like it's
Right.
just a matter of preparation before a hunt that makes you keen to where you are, not just target dead. You know what I mean? It makes it
Yeah.
more simple, which is great. But I like that little extra.
well,
You
it
should
is
care about
more
where you are.
it is more immersive, you know?
Mhm.
like seeing your character like sitting there like or standing there shivering
Hmm.
Mhm.
because of like, the cold terrain or whatever,
I
or
think
like absolutely sweating.
I think World handled it kind of in a weird way where, because okay, I'm gonna fully admit right
Didn't
now,
really need anything.
in World, I didn't bring my cool drinks or hot drinks at all because right before you go into a hot cavern, there'd be chill shrooms right there.
Yeah,
So
I
it's like, why
know.
am I even
I
bringing my
know.
cool drinks with
When
me?
you
I don't
first
need to
enter Iceborne, you leave out that first camp and
Yeah.
yoink,
Oh, yep. Hot
whatever
pepper.
thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Alright.
Thank you.
10
Yeah.
minutes later, I don't need it anymore because it's already done.
Exactly. Plus, if you really needed to, you just go back into the tent and then
Yeah.
get them.
Well,
Right.
that was kind of even the same thing with like Breath of the Wild, even like when you had to make meals to
Oh,
have
for like
like
the
heat
desert or the
cool
snow. Yeah.
resistance or whatever. Yeah, like they would have those items right at the entrance.
Yeah. Do you like
So
that? Do you like that they do that, or do you think that's like too
It's fine for Breath of the
babying?
Wild because you don't come back to a camp and restock in Breath of the Wild.
that's
That's true.
true.
Not
Yeah.
like the same way we do in Monster Hunter. So I think that's okay because they give them that ability to, hey, if you don't have it because it's a game based on exploration, which means you might not unlock everything. You
Hmm.
might just be going around and you find the last boss and you're like, oh crap, like
Yeah.
then you're just going around.
You know what they should do in Monster Hunter? I think this would strike a happy medium between people who like to restock at camp and people who don't like that aspect at all, who are afraid that the fights are being balanced around the fact that you can restock as camp. What you should do is you should be able to set an item loadout, but also set an item box loadout. So it's like you have a limited number of space in this item box loadout. Say you can put like 30 mega potions in there, and then like a couple hot drinks and cool drinks, and then some like might seeds, whatever. So then every time you go back to camp, you can only replenish from that supply of items. So it'd be like a
I feel like they
customizable item
should-
box, you know?
I feel like you should only be able to do it once though, at most, because it's like, yeah, if you're a gunner, you're gonna burn through it, but if you're a gunner, you gotta make each shot count,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you run out of rapid ammo, it's like when you do pierce gunning for light bow gun because it's just kind of easy and rapid, damage. Once you run out of your rapid pierce, it's like, oh crap, I gotta restock. It's like, dude, you still got slicing, you still got para, you still got normal twos, which are still good because you still have, your crit boost meta or whatever going on, even if
Mhm.
it's not like a crit, pierce up whatever skill there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
just
what
because you run out of your rapid, that's
Yeah.
your niche thing, but it's not,
That's what the
I don't know, I
combinations
don't
are
think
for
it's
as well.
great.
It's like that
It
was
makes
like
it too easy for me.
That's how they tried to balance it with gunning. Was like, oh, this ammo is really powerful, but you also have to craft constantly, so you have to account for the inventory space for that. But now that like the inventory space is never really an issue anymore in the modern Monster Hunter games, feels like
It does hurt that you can't craft like one latch berries like 3 pierce. I kind of
Oh,
miss
with like mass
having
combiner.
Yeah, it's like 1-to-1 now. Even like
is,
so mass
yeah.
combiner or whatever in this game, you don't have to worry about that in this
But that's
game.
because you can just go back to tent and just like
Yeah.
get your whole.
But when you
inventory
do
back.
craft, like say if you're still in the fight,
Mhm.
like fighting and you want to keep up the damage or whatever, you when you craft your latch berries into pierce ammo, it's 1-to-1. So
Well, yeah,
I'm like, dang, that I miss that crap.
Yeah.
You had extra ammo for days, but I guess they're trying to make you burn through
It's kind
it,
of a
so you have
balance
to go back
too.
to camp. And
Yeah.
Well,
It's kind of a
even in World, wasn't it like spread ammo was like it wasn't 1-to-1, it was like a
yeah, I think it was
Oh
like
yeah,
one is for
it
2 or
was like
3 as
it was like
well.
one
2 or
for
3,
like a
yeah.
couple. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, yeah.
At least it makes sense for Pierce though, because Pierce
it
is
makes sense for Pierce,
strong.
yeah.
And
Like,
they're also
spread's a little
trying to.
different, but
I think they're also trying to strike a
Make gunning
balance
not as
with
strong.
how easy it is to combine items now because you can literally just do it from the radial menu.
yeah.
Like just craft
Well,
all of it at once, instead of having to go.
I
Like
couldn't.
the reason why it felt higher value in like GU is because when you use mass combiner, you have to go into like the whole crafting menu and then like ding 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 everything. So
Yeah, Hirata took the longest time to figure out his radial menu because he
oh my
mapped
god.
buttons together wrong. So, how about you
I
explain it?
kept so when I first made it, I was like, okay, how do I keep the action bar there while having the radial dial there? And I didn't even use the radial dial yet because I let everything on default and just wanted to play the game. And I finally spent one night, maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago, like customizing everything. Shout outs, radial, whatever's. Didn't encounter this problem yet. until I started gunning and making the radial dial menu for the different guns. And I was like, why the crap do I have to press ZR in order to cycle through up, down,
Oh
left, right on
yeah,
the D-pad?
it's
I was
so.
like, that's such a dumb thing, right? I'm like, that's so weird. I was like, everyone's like, crap, I
What are
don't
you
have to do
talking
that. I'm like,
about?
what the crap do
Well,
you do?
yeah, 'cause,
And
like,
I have the action bar there
Yeah.
because the way they originally set the action bar was like stupid to me. I might have to default everything and see if I
I think
like
it
it.
defaults to the D-pad, right, for the action
Mhm.
bar.
Yeah, it's some crap like that. But I'm
Yeah.
like, the way they set it up for like the way I need the action bar, I need a D-pad for like aiming or something. I don't know what I was doing. Um, but like I set it up that way so that way I can still use the action bar, call the dog, recall the dog to stay away or whatever. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I could do that like in a radial menu.
Mhm.
Neither did I even set up the radial menu that way. I just set up how I understood in World first. And I was like, why the crap do I have to press ZR to cycle? That just makes it so much harder.
Well,
I'm like, what do you mean? We don't have to do it. I'm like, why the crap do you not have to do it? They're like, oh,
yeah, because like
you set
I
that
was
button to oh. And I'm
I
like,
was there with you, and like
oh.
you kept like complaining about this over and over again, and I wasn't really taking it in because I don't use the radial menu very often, and I thought that you were literally just complaining about like having to cycle through using your D-pad or whatever.
Mhm.
So when you like I finally took it in, like I think it was actually last week, right before the podcast and everything on stream when you were streaming. And I
Mhm.
was like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" Like literally like I was watching you on your stream. I was like, "Wait, seriously? No, go into your settings." And like yeah, you accidentally mapped like two things together. It was like, "What?" Crud.
I was like, man, this is dumb. I don't get why I have to rotate. And they're
Man, this
like, you
game
don't have to
sucks.
rotate. And then I was like, dang, I'm an idiot.
Hey,
What's
Karada,
yours?
next time your chat room tries to like go against your complaint, you just be like, "Oh, so you
Yeah.
have no friends, huh?"
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I had to bring that back up.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess you don't have any friends then.
God,
Yeah.
remember when I had to play the demo and I had too many people to play with? Ugh.
Man,
No,
I'm
I
just
have to keep that
too
ego in check.
popular.
Just
Stop.
too
I have to keep the
popular.
ego in check. I have to stop that.
No. No, that's your character. That's your character, I think.
I think.
I think that's
I
your
think
character. Your quote unquote character.
I
Is.
don't know. I like being that way.
You need
Well,
it's
I
for
mean,
fun.
I mean, like even after the podcast and everything, like the stream afterwards, you were just so aggressive to everybody. Like me, and then you started attacking chat a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it was just like,
Now I
what is
remember.
yeah, I was like, I literally said at one point, I was like, why are you so aggressive today? And you're like, I don't know. And I thought about it, I was like,
It's just
oh, it's like it's
backlogged
Monday.
aggression.
It's less being aggressive and more keeping people accountable for being mean-spirited assholes, I guess.
I wasn't doing anything though. Karada was just
Like
attacking
big
me.
heads.
Karada was literally just attacking me. And I was like, what did I do?
I would never do it. It was always in self-defense.
I hate you.
Oh, so you're so Forrest is the perpetrator?
She hurt my feelings first, bro. She never remembers anything.
Oh my god, look at the amount of gaslighting I'm seeing in front of me right now. Oh,
It
This is
hurts my
beautiful.
feelings.
oh my god. Karada, you should have a VTuber model that's like an asshole panda with like a crown.
Oh, dude, I'll
With
have
like a
it.
cape.
I'll have him with the eyebrow where he like has that one random shave part of the eyebrow.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, it'll be you'll have your crown, but you'll also have like an FBI vest on and everything.
Oh!
I would. All right, let me write that down. Hold on.
Or just like have it be like a mode that you can like toggle on and off, you know, like the
Just
FBI.
like-
Oh
mode.
my god.
Yeah, it,
Like
like
just
the
be that
vest is-
redeem where I just become a complete dick on stream.
Yeah. Go find the VTuber artist who will do it for like $2,000.
Oh, true.
Noted.
Yeah, 'cause you were saying
crown
that, like,
FBI vest, and then slightly shaved eyebrow, single, just on the right side,
Yeah,
probably,
yeah.
just to really complete the look.
The right
There
one.
you go.
Oh man.
Good stuff. I think
Good times.
that's a podcast though. What do you guys think?
Did we have anything else we needed to talk about?
Mm,
I mean,
Other than-
Where's
other than
your
where
map?
I personally don't really touch up on the like rumors too much. So like that Switch Pro thing for me, it's just kind of like, look, like you'll have multiple people talking about multiple different rumors and data mining left and right. And
Oh yeah.
we won't know until it comes out. That's
Yeah.
like how I feel about it. Just like I don't want to keep talking about it and adding more, whatevers to people's like whatever arguments.
yeah.
Or I'm just like,
Oh yeah,
look,
guys,
man,
don't take this as a source.
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
we're just bringing up the topic because it's interesting to talk about in the context of Monster Hunter Rise. Is all.
But aka listen to us and only us. But anyway.
Yeah, no. Breaking
My word
news,
is
everyone.
law.
Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate is coming out like literally next week. You didn't hear it from me, okay? But all you have to do is follow Forest Raider and subscribe to her channel, and then Capcom will come over to your house and be like, "Oh, you qualify for your copy of Rise."
Can I
Ultimate."
just say when Rise
No.
was first coming
No.
out, thanks,
Alright,
Grata.
go.
We need that
Go.
soon. The dick is the
Go,
dick name
go.
is coming out. But
That's Susie.
like the month leading up to Rise and everything, a rumor went around that people thought that I actually had an early Rise copy. Because
Yeah, what the crap? Somebody asked me that too. I was like, I don't know what the crap you're thinking.
Because you guys,
Yeah, I
such
know.
popular streamers.
Well, because like one of our friends said as like a joke on his stream and everything, and then suddenly it just got blown out of proportion, and literally random people were asking me, "Oh, are you gonna be streaming Monster Hunter Rise early then? Like, are you allowed to?" And everything. I was like, "What? At this point, I'm only at like, I'm nothing in Capcom's eyes. Why do people keep thinking that I have an early Rise copy? What
She
is
says
happening?"
as she's tucking the pre-release copy into her jacket and looking around.
Guys, I mean, no, I don't know anything about the Ultimate version. I totally don't know that this monster is gonna be there and
Pulls out
Schlorp
the
is.
Wow.
Gostarog
For
gun
me,
on you.
it was the opposite. It was people literally being like, "Tim, are you gonna even play Monster Hunter Rise?" And I'm like, "Wait, what? Where have you been?"
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Like, "Hey, Tim, are you gonna play Rise?" And I'm like, and my response like became, "What's Rise? I don't know what that is." While I'm actively playing GU and World.
Well,
like, "What's
because
Monster
like,
Hunter Rise?"
well, I think the big thing was you were starting to play less of Monster Hunter up to that point because you didn't want to get like you just wanted to kind of build up to Rise and everything. So people were like, "Oh, he's not a Monster Hunter streamer anymore."
Well, leading up to Rise, I was actually playing a lot of GU, but there was a lull during Rise where I was playing a lot less. You don't want to burn out on Monster Hunter. Certainly not.
Oh yeah.
It's easy series to
Especially-
burn out on.
I would never.
Yeah, after like how many hours? Like 3,000
Like
hours
four,
into
like four in GU, dude. Come on.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah,
of course.
only
I already
4,000
played that.
hours. Come on.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
no.
just 4, man. I played too
No,
much.
sorry, 400,000 hours might be. Yeah, forgot a
yes.
zero. Forgot a few zeros. No problem.
Yes.
It happens.
200 hours later.
Oh, you
Yeah,
dropped these.
just
You
a
dropped
small
these zeros
mistake.
here.
Oh, sorry, bro. Thanks for picking it
Yeah,
up.
I got you. And it's like as I give them back to you, the bags under your eyes just grow larger and larger. Wait, no! Take them back! You're now only holding 4 hours, and you have like a baby face.
Oh, you know what I just thought of though? For that, we were mentioning that like there's gonna be like no new or in the roadmap.
Right.
There's gonna be no officially announced new monsters, but I don't think that would stop them from saying they can't still appear in game. I forgot if they did this in World, but I feel like they didn't announce the release of a monster.
They didn't
and then
announce
they threw
Behemoth.
it in there. I forgot.
Behemoth. It was Behemoth.
Yeah, some crap like that, and I was like, "What? What is this?"
Behemoth was not on the roadmap at all. They literally announced him and then released him like a few weeks later or something. It was weird.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
cool.
some hype for it. Or like, what is? All right, and then the
Yeah.
dumb. Kuru,
Plus, the
bird
roadmap
up.
only goes up to August, so who knows? Maybe in September there's gonna be a new monster. But whatever.
Well-
You didn't hear it here. You didn't hear it here, folks. Okay, we're not breaking
because,
any
like,
news.
And we
I
are
mean-
a valid source. No?
Well, just a reminder again, like we never got any info on Basil coming to Rise.
That's true.
It was
Oh,
just kind of
Oh,
there.
there's and more.
Yeah, exactly. So who's to say that, this is it?
Finally,
Like-
Great Jaggy is making his way.
I'm
in,
seeing
baby.
so many tweets of just like streamers apparently having to say like a few of my chat members were super disappointed with like how incomplete Rise is, but like I don't think it's
Are we
incomplete.
playing the same video
Well-
game chat member? Like,
Well, I have a complaint now.
oh boy.
Just hear me out. We waited 2 months for one freaking quest to be the end of the game.
That's true.
Hear
That's
me
true.
out. You post
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one quest in the base game,
Yeah.
we would have had so much of a better feel of the game.
Yep.
I'm telling
I
you,
absolutely
like,
agree.
we would have definitely been like, wow, this was crazy. Not
Well, that-
spent 2 months
Yeah.
going, I think it's pregnant.
That's what I was
You know?
saying. That's what I was saying last week. I was like, yeah, last week I was like, you think you're just gonna add one quest to finish the story, or are they gonna add like 3 or 4 more
And
quests?
that was it.
But yeah,
And
it
that
was
was
just
it.
one quest. Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to keep all these topics together for the
Yeah, I
highlights.
apologize. It just like randomly clicked in my head because I was like, what the crap?
We have
I
to
did
look
not
over.
wait 2 months to get an ending. Like, why would you not give me the whole game? And like every other monster in the game, you get a whole story and then you get crap. You
Uh-huh.
get, well, not crap. You get extra crap, but you get the whole thing and then your dessert. And
Yeah.
then this game, it's like you get 2 bites of your burger and then you finish up with maybe some fries. And I don't get it because the fries part at the end would have been great with the burger. I don't know what I'm trying.
Honestly,
to
I'm just lost on the analogy now because I'm hungry.
yeah.
So, like, I'm
I
just
know,
lost
I
on
Yeah,
burgers
same.
now.
I
Are we even
started
talking
thinking
about
about fries and
It's like,
burgers, and now
well,
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go
I
order
think I
some.
wanna. I think I wanna order
Sorry.
some takeout today. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna order
Oh.
some takeout.
That's the podcast. Okay,
Thanks.
everyone. Forrest, where can
Sorry.
people find you?
At twitch.tv/ForestRaider.
And Kirata, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv slash karate. I almost said dot karate. I still don't know. How to do
He
Again.
has
that,
his own
bro.
web domain.
Twitch dot
This is literally the easiest part.
Karate-sama.
There you go.
What the crap?
And then you can find me at twitch.tv/tamjamming. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in for this podcast. For future announcements, follow us on Twitter and follow us
Yeah.
on, well, you can follow any of us on Twitch as well, and also our Twitter accounts as well, to get updated on when we're going to broadcast next. But until then, thank you guys. And also, I have an actual podcast ending screen right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next
Sponsored by
time.
Razer.
Goodbye.
Stop.